Okay, so this is now session 20. Again, I'm not going to do a recap from last week because the gang is all here, so to speak. But basically, it's around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys are exiting from the town hall victorious to somewhat of a good-sized crowd that's chanting over and over again, harbingers of hope. Some throwing in despair, but some just saying harbingers. But you guys are definitely getting your name out there. So, from there, what would you guys like to do?
We gotta meet that guy at the town, don't we? Slightly out of character, just because there was no recap. We were supposed to be meeting some guy. I don't know that yet, because who was I tagging along with? I thought it was Fafnir, wasn't it?
I thought you and the other Paladin were kind of together.
Yeah, but we were tagging along with
Dirk.
somebody else.
With Dirk.
Oh, it was Dirk. Sorry, Dirk.
Yeah, so just to recap, since it has been a few weeks, you guys did go try to meet with Indon, prior to Portal's trial, except Indon never came back to his room from what the innkeeper told you guys. And I believe he mentioned to you guys that last he saw Indon, he was heading to the No Mercy Guild to kind of turn in some open tasks that he had been working on for the guild. Oh, Quarren is still slightly blue at this point as well. Hasn't quite faded away yet. Maybe another day or so he'll be back to his normal self.
I'm still smurfed.
Well, that's what you get for opening boxes you shouldn't.
Hey, it looks like a tantalizing box, so...
I'm going to be sticking a little bit behind observing the group.
Okay, who's the de facto leader here? Who's making a decision on where you guys are going? All right, Portal will speak up. Says, okay, so what's the deal with Indon? He went missing last night.
Yeah, we lost him. Well, they lost him. I was camping.
All right, so Portal will make the suggestion though. So why don't we go try to look at go talk to the folks at No Mercy Guild, since that's obviously the last place that he supposedly went.
That means staying in town.
Yeah, but only for a little bit.
Yeah. Very well. Anybody
Sounds like a
else?
plan to me.
Town lovers.
Come on, town's not too bad. I mean, yeah, it smells, but there's people that are kind of friendly sometimes.
Smells? Have you seen this stuff in the streets?
Yes, that's probably the source of the smell.
All right, so just
Have you seen what they throw in the street? Even Storm buries his business. These people don't.
Well, people in cities are not used to living out in the wild where you need to bury your fecal matter to hide the fact that you exist in the area, really.
Yes, well, so where is this No Mercy people at anyway?
So that's something that both Dirk and Curiel, and I guess
Curiel
Edward
knows.
would all know as well where that is.
So I'm gonna mention to Dirk, who's not really here but here, that I've got a contact with someone we can talk to and kind of lead the way over to the No Mercy Guild. We'll ramble through the streets.
Okay, so just so you guys recall, No Mercy Guild was located right here. But if that's where you guys are all going, I do have a separate map for that, unless there's something else you guys want to do on the way.
Storm and Tig will go.
I'm going to jump on my horse. And
You ride your horse around town?
I mean, it's not that odd, is it?
Town's not that big, I think.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot of people riding around their horses, like maybe people coming in and out of the town and dropping them off at the stables over here. That's where the rest of the group got their horses brought to when they came into town as well.
Okay.
He wasn't here when we got here. Yeah.
Alright, so this place may look a little familiar to some of you guys. Oh, I forgot to drop your icons in there, didn't I?
As long as there's not a floating ship out back, we'll Okay.
Is that a veteran slime?
1 second, I'm grabbing your
No, it's not
icon.
a slime. He uses the blank tokens for different NPC characters.
I know, I was just...
Alright. It'd
I
be
was
funny if it
just-
was. Actually, it's yellow, so it'd be a flan.
All right, there you go. Now the gang's all here. Now, this bar may look a little familiar to some of you guys who've been with me for a while. I think I used this one other time. I forgot where, but it's a bar. You walk in, it's nothing fancy. It's a little bit darker than what this this map shows right now. You see all kinds of cell swords all over the bar, different types. Some all decked out in plate armor, some just like in leather and cloaks. See a few, looks like maybe their girlfriends or wives or whatever, kind of with some tight bodice, showing off a lot of cleavage.
User
Different
joined your
spots.
channel.
Hey.
But this one particular large, veteran-looking individual kind of greets you guys as you come in and says, "Keep your swords all sheathed. Be no trouble. Go get yourself a drink."
Hey, Porto.
Hey, what's up?
We just went to the
Drinks?
No Mercy Guild.
Are they on the house? I ask as I walk in.
He kind of gives you a pfft on the house, and he kind of looks you over a little bit. Says, "I don't think we've even seen you in here before. You even part of the guild?"
Ah, I kid. I haven't been around town a few times, but not this one. Don't worry, I'll pay.
I'm gonna flip a gold coin on the counter next to him. Next to, yeah. Tigger?
Next to who? The barkeep, or
Who's the one who's gonna be ordering the drinks?
I don't know. You tell me.
Looks like me and Tegan are headed up.
Yeah, I went straight to the bar.
Storm's going to order drinks.
Yep.
I look at
Yes.
Storm expectantly.
So the barkeep kind of walks up, sees Tegan and his dog. Kind of looks the dog over. It doesn't really seem like you have any trouble with the dog being there. Looks at Corn as well. Says, "You boys haven't been in here before, have you? Are you members?"
No, not members, but we've heard good things about this place.
He kind of gives you somewhat of a yeah whatever look at that comment. Says,
Want to move Storm back a little bit there, Tegan? Wait, who has Storm? Tegan, yeah.
Yes.
Can you move Storm back a spot? Okay, there we go.
Don't sit on
What's
the
this
dog.
bartender? I'm going on the assumption I know this bartender,
Correct. Yeah, you've been
as
here
per
before.
my backstory. What's his name?
Oh, great. Let me come up with a random name generator here.
Yeah.
His name is.
Barbarous.
Oh, that's an awesome random name. Fukar. Fukar.
Hey there, Fukar. How's things been around here?
Just serving more of these cell swords there. Taskmaster over there's been a busy guy. So I haven't seen you in here in a couple days though.
Yeah, I ran into some old friends. You mind answering a couple questions for us? I'm gonna slide a coin across the table to him as well, or across the bar.
He kind of apprehensively takes your coin. He kind of looks back and forth between Corn and Tegan. So if it's guild business, I'm not sure I can share everything amongst your new friends here, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's fine. We're just looking for somebody, a friend of theirs. You might have seen him come through town.
Who's that?
I'm gonna nudge Corn.
Well, yeah, we were looking for someone we were supposed to meet back at the Highborn Inn by the name of Indon.
It's Endon. Yeah, I think he was here last night. I'm not sure what time it was, but he went over and talked with Carrick just a little bit, and he kind of nods over towards the gentleman over here. Kira, you know him. He is the taskmaster, where all the jobs basically get posted to him, and he's the one that doles out the jobs and the rewards and everything for the tasks.
Thanks for that. I'll see you around, Fukar.
Take it easy, Kirill. So he kind of
So move on. Sorry.
he kind of looks apprehensively back at Tegan and Quarren. Says, "You guys still want a drink?"
Of course.
Oh yeah. How much?
2 beers.
I'll be paying for it. I set down 3 gold coins.
That's a little much for a beer.
He kind of looks
Get
you over
some-
a little bit. 3 gold coins.
Some good
That'll work.
best you can give.
I kind of chuckle to myself as Edward overpays.
So you see the barkeep kind of goes around, turns around, starts getting some glasses, goes up to one of the kegs. over
One of
there.
those in a bowl, please.
With that, he kind of chuckles.
I
a
say to
little bit.
Edward, "You're a very generous lad, and I appreciate you paying for our drinks, but next time I advise you to always ask how much it is, because
Tegan puts his
places
arm
are
on
tend to
Quarren's
overcharge
arm.
if you just..."
His money, his problem.
Well, yes, but I feel bad not giving a lot of advice.
I'm not gonna ask for just simple beer. I want the finest he has.
Finest ale.
Barkeep kind of chuckles a little bit. Says, "Kira, you've drank here before, right?" He goes
Yeah.
back to pop one of his kegs open. Says, "We have 2 choices. We have good, and we have gooder. So if you want to call this fine ale, go right ahead." Kind of pours up one. He finds a bowl somewhere and fills it up. Sets all 3 of them up on the counter there. So here you go. Here's the finest ale in this bar.
Tegan takes 1 tankard for himself and sets the bowl on the floor for Storm.
All right, so roll me, all 3 of you, even for Storm, roll me a con save just to see if you're gonna be able to like this beer or not. Was that 5 for Storm?
No, the 16 was for Storm.
Who was the 5 then?
That would have been me.
That was
That's
Edward.
Edward.
Ah, okay. All right, Edward, you take a whiff of it, and it smells like something that you don't want to even try to take a drink out of. Corn and Tegan, you guys can both stomach it. It's not bad, not the best thing you've ever had, but it's not very good.
Storm appears to like it.
That was definitely not worth a gold each, but, sometimes you come into places you get overcharged.
His money, his problem.
I can't deny that, but again, lads need advice every once in a while.
Barkeep just kind of
person
smiles
seems like
at your
a-
banter.
This person seems like a fine fellow. I don't mind spending this much gold on this.
I've been around for quite a while, and I would just advise not to spend much more than needed at places like this. You never know where the money is even going. Establishments such as these.
Thank you for the advice, my friend.
At that, the barkeep kind of gives you kind of a look, like we know where our money goes. Don't you worry about that, my friend.
What's better than what they served on the ship?
Says,
Don't tell Elmar that.
the ship. I heard about you guys. You're the Harbingers, right? And at that, you see other patrons in the bar. Kind of the ears perk up a little bit. Come and start looking at you.
Yes,
a
the
little more.
Harbingers of Hope.
Quarren, never mind.
So you kind of hear, several murmurs in the all over the bar. You kind of hear maybe a little bit about the Harbingers, maybe the Hope, maybe the Despair, but just the commotion just kind of pick up a little bit. Nothing, to be alarmed about, but you definitely got the whole bar kind of talking at this point. Not that the barkeep will kind of just say, "I'm glad to do business with you guys. Just don't bring in that Despair part into here."
The only person that brings despair I know is Porto. The rest of us are pretty hopeful.
Oh, poor bastard.
All right, so Carrie,
So,
And he's not, he doesn't mean to. He has good intentions.
all right, I imagine Porto's just going to walk in here and he's probably going to be somewhat flamboyant and order himself another.
Porto's here.
Oh yeah, Porto's
Yeah,
here.
Porter's
Sorry.
here now.
Hey Porto, you can,
Yeah,
you can
whoa.
play your own character now.
Yeah. What's up?
What's Porto doing?
What?
Quick recap: we decided to head to the No Mercy Guild to find out basically where Indon's gone. Because my character has a backstory with the No Mercy Guild, I'm just kind of contacting people trying to put out little feelers, and everyone else is drinking at the bar. That's all we got to so far.
No Mercy Guild. Okay. I'll have some of this ale.
If you try to order the same beer that Corn and Tiga did, the barkeep will look at over at Corn and Tiga. He says that'll be 3 silver.
Alright.
I just shake my head again.
He says, or if you want,
It's very good
you can
stuff.
feel like your friend
Porto,
Edward here.
you'll probably like it.
Your friend Edward seems to think this beer's worth a gold, so I'll take a gold if you really want to pay that as well. But 3 silver's my price.
Yeah, I'll go with the silver.
Which hand are you paying with?
The 9-finger one.
So as you
Get
hand,
9 fingers on your hand?
What was that?
You have 9 fingers on one hand?
Yes. Accidentally
You didn't
lost
remember
it.
Damn
that?
elves.
You didn't remember that trial that happened?
I'm
You're
just
all
look,
there.
I'm just like looking at him like weirdly because he has 9 fingers there. Shouldn't there be 5?
He meant the one with 4 fingers, 3 fingers and a thumb.
I know.
Yeah.
oh, that totally went over my head as well.
Yeah, that's...
All right, so the barkeep sees your hand with
4 fingers.
missing a finger.
Yes. 4 fingers. Yes.
So he sees your hand missing 4 fingers. Ah, you're the one who just got out of that trial. You're the necromancer they were talking about, right?
I am the alleged necromancer, and I was just proven innocent of that. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, yes. I meant no offense, sir, but it's not every day we get a 9-fingered necromancer in here. That's the kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? That's a pretty good name. The
I drink my
Harbingers
beer and nod.
and the 9-fingered necromancer.
It has a ring to it. The irony being,
Jacob just shakes his head. This is why I hate towns.
All right, so Curio made his way over to
it had
Carrick.
a ring on it.
If you guys are going to stay here at the bar, I want to switch to him just for a little bit, let him role play this little encounter, and we'll come back to you guys if you guys want to hang out at the bar and kind of make
Okay.
jokes and make fun of Porto or whoever else you want to make fun of. All right, so Kirill, you see Carrick sees you coming over, and he stands to greet you and kind of holds out a hand to shake your hands.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna clap him on the shoulder.
Okay, he greets you as well. Same thing, claps you on the other shoulder and says, Kirill, good to see you, my friend. Here for some more tasks.
Hi there, Carrick. It's been a while. Honestly, that last job you gave me nearly killed me.
Says, oh,
Really,
Go ahead.
I'm here for a little bit of information if you can.
Info, that's what everybody's after. So, what kind of information is it you're looking for?
Well, you see my friends back here, and I'm just gonna wave back towards the group at the bar making fool of themselves.
So, yeah, I saw him come in. Your Harbinger buddy.
They're looking for another friend of theirs. Seems to have gone missing, and word was it Fukar said he's been around here last night.
Sorry, Fukar. I can't believe I came up with that name. Okay, who's that you're looking for? Got a name?
Fellow by the name of Indon.
It says Indon. Indon's friend with these guys? I haven't seen him hanging out with these guys. But yeah, he was here last
Kirill
night.
just shrugs.
Yeah, he came in last night and kind of turned in what info he did have on the task he was working on. Why?
Would you care to spare any details what that task was?
Well, I guess it's public knowledge. It's been added to the task board. We paid him for the information he gave us. He was working on the missing acolyte task. We paid him what he knew. He said he thought he found the girl matching the description, but the woman claimed to be somebody else. And he said he attempted to follow her, but she disappeared somewhere in the bazaar. He spent another day on it. He said he heard about a hostel in the Lowbourne district where she apparently was staying, but he didn't make it that far. So we paid him for his information, and all that information is now on the task board. So there's probably several people who want to follow up with that one as well. But he turned in that. We paid him, and he left shortly after that.
Was there anybody with him? Anybody follow him out?
Oh no, not with Endon. You know Endon. Well, maybe you don't know Endon. He works alone most of the time. So no, he was by himself, and I didn't be honest. I didn't watch to see if someone followed him, but I can't imagine he was with anybody.
I'm gonna beckon Quarren over.
I'll come on over.
And I'm gonna say, Carrick, this is Quarren here. He and his friends here, and my friends now, I guess. Just shrug again. We're doing a job for Indon. Maybe if he fills you in, you might rub a few sticks together in your head and think maybe something will jingle some bells there for you. You'll remember something else that Indon was doing.
Well, I'll just ask you first if you happen to know a druid by the name of Jodell, who Endon may or may not be affiliated with.
He kind of scratches his head a little bit. Says Jodell. No, that name doesn't ring a bell with me. Sorry.
Interesting. Well, apparently they were in contact with each other, and through Jodell, who we know, we were supposed to meet this fellow Endon, but he never showed up last night whenever we were supposed to meet him.
So I can ask around to see if anyone's heard of this Jodell character, but there's no one under the guild under that name. I know that for certain. Now he could have been someone came in and got a beer every once in a while, but I wouldn't know what he looked like. I wouldn't know who he was. But that's the best I can do for you now.
Druids.
Yeah, it
often
would kind of
come here?
surprise me if Jodell came in here, to be honest, but I just thought maybe it's worth asking if you knew. So I'll tell you what, we might have more questions for you, but we'll try and work it out the best we can. If you wouldn't mind asking around your fellow guild members, maybe they'll know some information on where Endon has gone, but if not, we'll just try and take care of it ourselves.
I'm gonna interrupt Quarren there and say, actually, Carrick's already mentioned that Indon was working on this task here, and we'll point to the task board, to the one about the missing woman.
Yeah, missing acolyte. Yeah,
Missing acolyte, sorry. So we can go over and review that.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'll ask Carrick, do you feel like Endon himself may have followed up on this?
Like I was telling Curio here, he came in last night and turned in what information he did, so he got a partial payment out of it just for the info, for the lead. But he made it sound like he was heading out in the morning on some other mission or task that was non-guild related. I'm assuming that it's something to do with you guys?
It very easily could.
I'm going to do on in the bar Divine Sense.
You're going to do what? I'm sorry?
I'm just checking if there's any undead, fiend, or celestials in this bar. They're using Divine Sense.
Undead, fiend, or celestial. Wow, what's the radius on it?
60 feet.
And is there like a limitation, like going through like brick walls or stone or anything like that?
As long as there's no direct path that's blocking it, covered in lead.
Ah, okay, so 60 feet?
Yeah.
Now you don't pick up anything as a fiend, a celestial, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
Alright, so Carrot kind of shrugs like, okay guys, what else you want me to do? You're free, well, Carol, you're free to take a look at the task board, but I gotta tell you, we got a non-guild member look at this task board. Some of the members aren't gonna be happy with that. You know they don't like losing jobs to non-guild members.
Well, I'll assure you, we won't be taking much of this reward, if any. It'll all go to Curiel, if anything.
And at that, you see him kind of pull a little parchment out from a sleeve of his vest, and he puts it down on the table and says, will you sign to that?
I actually will, yes.
Okay.
and I'll sign the piece of paper.
He'll hand you a little ink pen and ink blot. Ask for your signature, and he'll kind of be looking over your shoulder at your other friends in the room. Says, and what about them? Do they want their share?
I'll go and ask them if they mind forfeiting their share to your guild. I can't speak for them, though. I'll come over to the guys and show them this paper and explain to them what it means and everything. And I'll say, it seems like it's kind of our best way to get into good favor with these people.
You give a nod.
Well, I won't do work for free.
Maybe Kiri will be kind enough to share his own share after the guild gives it to him, but time being, it seems like they're really not going to take kindly to us if we don't forfeit our shares.
Quick thing, maybe I missed this. What exactly is the share into?
All these tasks, if you complete them, have a reward posted on the task board, to which the guild gets a percentage. But all the
Yep.
you'll know all the guild members pay like a monthly stipend to be part of this guild and have first access to these tasks.
Yeah, the question was, what is the actual task? Is that Acolyte one, or is it the one with Jodel and Indon and whatnot?
Yeah, you thought you guys are wanting to kind of review the information of this missing acolyte. You know what Indon had found out up to this point. Characters is just being a little bit protective of the information up there to non-guild members.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so I was like, well, you haven't taken on the task. What do you mean to put in our... Okay, sorry, a little bit confused for a second there.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. You
right,
guys are wanting to kind of look at the information that's on the task board that's been posted, right? That's what you asked.
Yep.
Which I can do anyways, can I not?
That's your call. I'm just going by what you guys said. You want to look at the task board up there, and Carrick's not too
Yep.
crazy about it.
Oh, my guy wouldn't be interested in that.
I don't need money, Corin. You know that. No value where I'm from.
Alright, well, just sign your name here. Or put an X, I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Curio, while Corin's over doing that, he kind of leans into it and says, you know, it won't be good if these guys are involved with any kind of progress on this task. You know that, right?
Okay, you lost me a tiny little bit there. What do you mean by any kind of progress?
You'll know from past history that anybody that's outside the guild that tries to work on or complete any of these tasks up here run the risk of being
Oh, I
kind
got
of
you. Like they're
shakedown
interfering,
by
so
guild
other people...
members because they don't like
Yeah,
living
yeah.
out their money.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying now, yeah. No, I get you. Would I count as, what would the term would be, a sponsor?
Yeah, you've done odd jobs for them in the past, so you're good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to point out to Carrick, I'm just say, we don't want the money for the job, we just want to find their friend.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I still won't do work for free.
You say that out loud?
Yeah. I think I said it again earlier.
Yeah, if you say that loud, one of the other cell swords nearby says, if you don't do work for free, then all you got to do is join the guild, and there won't be any issues.
Roll a 16.
I see myself as more of a contractual agreement regarding a short term instead of a long term.
Alright, maybe I'm just going to explain it just because I'm understanding it's a little bit different. We're paying not to do the job, and it's not that we don't get paid to do that. We're paying for access to the information.
To join the guild? Yes.
Not necessarily join the guild, but to see the board or to see the the task information that can all be provided. Kind of like saying, "Here's 10 silver. Let me know what you know about this girl in the quarter there."
No, no, out of
The hostel.
character, what Carrick is trying to explain to you is that this task board is predominantly ran by guild members. If a non-guild member takes on one of these tasks and either completes it or finds more information, whatever else it is, that's less money going to the guild. So some of the not so up and up members of the guild will not take a liking to that very well. So bad things could happen.
Gotcha. So now, if we state that we're not actually going to go to complete the job, or that we're actually looking for somebody else, if this just happens to be an instance we don't like in the how do you call it, the line of fire, the way we go, like to find Indon, that we explain that, hey, we're just looking for Indon. We don't really care about this job, so if someone else can collect the reward, we don't care. Well, what's the view on that?
Your persuasion check will basically talk Carrick and is it, do what you want, man. If you want to look at the board up there, that's fine. I got no control over it. But I also have no control over what the other members may or may not do with that.
Gotcha.
Well,
go
we're
ahead.
simply doing a favor for a favor, aren't we?
Who are you asking that of?
Yeah, but they're not related to this in any way. We're trying to help out Jodell, who they don't know.
So what's the real issue? They don't want us to do work and
Collect a reward.
collect the reward for...
The current task is to find this missing acolyte, who Indon also went to see. Whoever finds the missing acolyte collects the reward on the board, which I'm going to say I'm going to read it right now.
Right. It's pretty simple. Like we said before, it's this missing acolyte. Went missing probably about 2 weeks ago. No one has really seen or heard from her since. She was working for a smithy in town. The smithy is the one that actually placed the reward on the task board to try to find her. Rumor has it that this girl's been helping the smithy making some high dollar, high value armor and weapons, and she had some kind of special skill that helped the smithy. Again, she went missing about 2 weeks ago, and no one's seen or heard from her since.
How much is the reward?
500 gold pieces.
Well, it seems only fair that if we manage to find the acolyte without the help of the guild, that we collect the reward. Now, if a member of the guild accompanies us, then they have right to claim a portion, if not all, of the reward. I mean, it's all negotiable in the end. But if we find the acolyte ourselves, it's only fair to get paid for it.
So what you're getting here, though, Porto, is you're in here with Curiel, who does work for the guild, like odd jobs, side jobs, and works for the guild and does tasks for them. So I'm already involved here. So the view on that is basically, hey, if I bring all you guys to go get this done and you guys don't pay dues, if I go try and claim the reward myself, I'm going to get stabbed in the back, or you guys are all going to get stabbed in the back by other members of the No Mercy Guild, hence Mercy.
Interesting.
I say to Porto that our whole goal isn't even to find out this information or to solve this. We're just trying to get to Endon, so the reward is 100% meaningless.
I'm gonna take that from Corn's lead. I'm gonna say to Carrick, we don't care about the reward. We're just gonna try and find Indon. If anything does come out of this, I'll let you know, and you can do with it as you see fit.
Carrick, just like before, your persuasion. So that's fine. Says you guys do what you want. We'll take the reward.
Yeah, Carrick's what'd you call him again? Taskmaster for the guild?
Correct.
Yeah. So
I argue that we take a portion of the reward, at the very least.
But that,
I'm gonna look at
I
Porto.
just say I don't know this guy and walk out.
several of the members in the bar start kind of shuffling their chairs a little bit as they hear Porto talking about taking the money.
try and persuade Porto that it's not such a big deal.
Is that what that roll there is?
Yep.
What was your persuasion for, Porto?
Persuade.
I got 14.
What was it for?
That
Yeah, you rolled that before you
I
said
got-
that. What was that for?
that was for what I said. Like I was arguing that we should grab at least a portion of the reward
Yeah,
for turning in or finding the acolyte.
Alright, so you're rolling that against like a room full of these mercy guilds, so here, I'll roll. Yeah, you still have a majority of the room kind of giving you the stink eye.
All right.
Right. On the board, what's the thing for providing information? What's the reward for just providing information, not returning the girl?
And it tells you it depends on the information you provide. If it's viable,
So
and
if it leads to the
something,
capture-
if it leads to the capture, then you may get a point, or if it's good enough information, we'll pay you a portion of it right now. That's what I did with Indon last night.
Alright, how about this? Back to Porto. So how about if we find the girl, we won't grab her or nothing, but we'll at least tell Carrick here where we found her, we'll take the information, the money for the information, and we'll continue on our merry way to find your friend there, Indon.
Fair enough.
Because there's
We'll
no
have to
reason, no reason for us to be snatching this girl off the streets in the town here without raising some alert from the town guard or anything. We don't know what's going on here.
Fair enough.
Alright, so what are you telling Carrick?
So I'm telling Carrick, if we hear anything, we'll come and let him know, and we won't capture the girl, but we'll just give him the direction if we find her, where to find her, and thank him for the information he's already given, flip him a coin as well, and I'm going to say I'm going to leave.
How much was the reward for finding the girl?
The task shows a reward of 500 gold pieces. And Carrick, before you walk away, he will say something. So what about your friend there that's expecting some kind of a reward when he comes back?
I tell you what, if the information's good, you can give us part of the, think of it as a finder's fee. But that full 500, you can keep that.
Alright, I guess we can negotiate that if and when this happens.
Hey, worst case scenario, maybe we find her, we scare her off, no, then nobody gets anything, right?
He kind of chuckles at that and says, and that's supposed to make these other guys in here more comfortable? Losing out on a potential reward?
Kirill's just going to shrug and say, if they can't catch a mark on their own, then they don't belong in the No Mercy Guild.
He kind of chuckles and he gives you a slap on the shoulder. Says, very well, Kirill. Good luck finding her. There's a few other folks that are out there right now trying to find her, I do believe, as well. So just watch your back.
Thanks, friend.
Alright, so he would have given you, at least you, Kirill, the address of where she was last seen.
The hostel.
Right.
In the
Before
bazaar.
you guys go, what is this person you're looking for? The guy.
Someone else going to have to fill that in. Porto or Corn or Dirk or...
I'm doing this as we're walking.
You're talking about why you're looking for Indon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Indon was the guide. I'm sorry, you doing this out of character or in character? Sorry.
In character.
Okay, then I'm not going to say
As we
anything.
walk towards the address. So Corn or Porto is going to have to give that. I only have the brief rundown from Dirk when he and I up, so...
I don't know much about.
Our friend, our friend Jodel sent us to Indon. He has information that we need.
Who was in Don?
Ah,
Our contact in this town.
So he's a what? A dwarf? A gnome?
He's Indon.
Does he wear anything particular? Any objects on him that he carries with him that I would notice?
Know what he looks like?
We've never met Indon.
Oh, I didn't know that part. No. Okay, just... This is out of character. Didn't somebody went to the town and met Indon the night before? and then was playing Bachford, and we spent the night. Was that Dirk? And because Dirk's not here, we don't have that right now.
I got to jump in there for a second. Tegan, are you lying or are you forgetting?
Probably a little both in Tegan's case. He could care less.
Okay, all right.
Tegan was okay. So I'm just gonna split back from what I remember. I was playing Bachford. We ended up staying in the Lowbourne Inn for the night, and Bachford slept in front of the door. But before that, Dirk I think it was Dirk, met with Indon in the Highbourne Inn, and then the next day he was supposed to come back, and then Indon wasn't there, and that's why we're where we're at now.
And Tegan wouldn't know that because Tegan stayed outside of town.
Tegan was outside, exactly. So I think it was Dirk that met with Indon before. So that's why we don't have that right now, is because he's not here.
All right, so just quickly, out of character, and I apologize if you're doing this on purpose, Tegan, but Tegan, you did meet him.
That's okay.
He's the one that kind of showed you the bracers and warned you about the signs on them.
Okay.
You weren't there for that session, but I tried to fill you in on that the next session you came in.
Yeah, I remember listening on the cast now.
All right, so Quarren's not here. He stepped away for a second. He also met with him as well, as long as Dirk. So I'll kind of role play for Dirk here just for a second. Dirk would explain to you that Indon is a humanoid. He's either a human or an elf or half elf. Not 100% sure because he kept himself covered up with a hood the whole time that they were meeting. He did say one peculiar thing about him is he had a set of some kind of goggles that were strapped tight around his hood and over his head as well. But again, as far as whether he knows he's not a dwarf, he's not a halfling, he's a medium-sized humanoid, either human, half-elf, or elf.
Can you maybe describe to me, I guess, any items that he would be wearing or objects on him that would be unusual or not common?
I think that would be the goggles.
The goggles?
So he has goggles strapped over his hood. It would be like a strap around his hood, if you think of it that way.
Correct.
Okay.
He kind of kept the hood tight around his head, with the face of the hood kind of still sticking out, so they couldn't really see his face, his facial features very good, and definitely couldn't see his ears. That's why Dirk wasn't sure if he was human or elf or half elf or what.
Okay, could, I guess, Dirk describe me the color and how the goggles will look?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I'll wait. If Dirk shows up, he'll give you what, well, I guess I didn't tell him, did I?
Nope.
Okay, so let's just say they were almost like dark shaded goggles. Nothing on it looked like it was shiny. It was all kind of like painted over with dark, or it could have been like a dull brass for the goggles. His cloak and hood were all dark, grayish, blackish, brown, all kinds of dark colors around him. The only real weapon that they saw that night on him was a dagger.
What would an insight check be rolled for?
Like if you're seeing if someone's telling the truth.
Couldn't be. So an insight wouldn't be like a thinking of, hey, I know what those goggles are used for.
No, that'd be more like a
Once they're described.
knowing what those goggles are used for. It'd be more like an intelligence check or straight up wisdom. Probably intelligence more than wisdom.
How do I roll an intelligence?
Just write on your character sheet. Just roll
So-
intelligence.
How do I click it?
Or like a
Click on the word intelligence.
Oh, click the word. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I guess as he describes them, I'm going to do locate object, and I'm going to use the second part that spells at least any kind of object in particular. Or I can locate an object that, basically I'm looking for an object that looks like that.
So I'm sorry. Say again. What is it you're doing? I want to make sure I understand what you're trying to do.
Oh, I was going to locate object. I put it in there. I can locate a specific object close to you. If I've seen it at least once. Alternatively, I can locate an object, the nearest object of a particular kind.
So he's looking for dark goggles, the way you described them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to rule that if you haven't actually physically seen it yourself, I'm going to rule that,
Oh,
that you
it says
can't
like
do
an
that.
alternative. It says I can do it alternatively in the spell.
He's ruling that you can't though.
Okay.
Yeah, if you haven't
Okay.
seen it, um, I'm going to rule you can't find that exact pair of goggles.
No, it says you'll find the nearest object of that kind. So if there's 3 other people in the room wearing goggles, the closest person wearing goggles will light up.
Okay, what's the range on it? Oh,
A
sorry, you had it up
1,000
there.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be that specific. It's like literally generic. Hey, there's a pair of goggles. There's a pair of goggles. There's a pair of goggles.
Okay, so this takes up to 10 minutes for you to cast this. Are you doing this inside the bar?
Heads up too. You'll notice bottom of that spell is the locate any object of any thickness of lead. So if there's either a chest or a prison cell or anything like that, poof, you can't find it.
Okay. So again, you're gonna cast this inside the tavern. You're gonna go outside and do it. You're gonna walk around for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And my
I
he
would
was-
I would cast this subtly, seeing as I am familiar with spells and magic. I wouldn't want to arouse any suspicion or attract any unwanted
yeah,
attention.
it lasts for 10 minutes, but I can cast it as an action.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do before you guys leave. Anybody else want to do anything else in this tavern? Because we're gonna go back to the map. I want you to show me where exactly you are when you cast this, so that I can give you an answer here.
I'm not just saying Kirill stepped outside.
Okay. Anybody else doing
Yeah, I left
anything?
before that like argument with Porto.
Well, yeah, I'm following.
Corn, you said you were arguing with Porto?
No, I left before he had gotten that argument.
Oh, okay. All right, so no one else is staying in the bar. I'm gonna move back to the town map so that you can define exactly where it is you're gonna cast this from.
Okay.
All right, so show me where you're gonna be standing when you cast this.
Trying to think. Where's the smithy? It'll be on the way to the smithy.
Smithy's number 5. Where is number 5? Oh, yep, right there. It's right next to the No Mercy Guild. How about that?
I guess I'm gonna cast it as I'm walking up to the smithy.
All right, so 1,000 feet. I got to ballpark this on how big this town is and how far 1,000 feet is. All right, so as you cast this, you're getting faint pings. A lot of pings over here in the bazaar area. You're getting some pings in the Highborn Temple. Highborn Inn. You're getting a few smaller pings over here in the Lowborn district, and possibly a few more faint ones right on the outside reaches of your limit.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm gonna still have it up for 10 minutes.
Guess you're gonna what? I'm sorry.
Still have it. It's a concentration. It lasts up to 10 minutes. So I'll just keep it up until it runs out.
Okay, what direction are you guys heading? Because I'm gonna rule in 10 minutes. Just walking, you can probably get to about like right here from the smithy, or right here to the smithy. Like here, or possibly here.
Carrick gave me an address for the hostel in the bazaar, wasn't it?
Correct.
So I'm gonna say moving that way.
Okay, it was in the Lowborn district. Is where that address is, and a hostel over there. So are you guys all following Kira at this point, or what's the party doing?
Yeah, I'll be following him.
All right, So whoever's following him, put your icon down here next to Kirill. I'm gonna grab you guys and pull you to another map. Tegan, Storm, you there?
Porto?
Yeah, sorry, I have
Porto,
my mic muted.
Porto will follow.
Tegan, you and Storm going too, I'm assuming?
Yes.
So everybody's going.
Alright, I think I've got all your icons in there. If I miss somebody, let me know.
Just missing Bachfire.
Oh, well, he's not here tonight anyway, so he's not going to be there with you. Technically, Fabnir and Dirk are not with you guys either, unless Dirk shows up. All right, so this is the address. From the address, it says it's in the cellar apartment of this hostel here. You're in again, Lowbourne district. There's all kinds of, I guess, poverty-stricken, poor people, kind of run-down slums, hotels, a few bars and stuff like that. But this cellar door is locked at the point. There's not any kind of windows that you can see across the front face of this. The big stone part of the building in front looks maybe it's part of a fireplace or smokestack, something like that.
Is the spell still up for me, or is it gone?
No, by the time you reach here, 10 minutes would have been up.
Okay.
Actually, would have expired before you even got to this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a perception check on the area and the, what do you call it, cellar?
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm not finding it. I just want to check out the lock and see if it looks like it's new or it's an old rusted, like if it's been opened before or not.
Give me,
I'll
that's your,
help.
or your perception check.
Mine was a 3.
You see a cellar door there, and you can't tell if it's locked or not.
What does Porter see?
You get a little closer to the door, and you can see this. It's a very crude cellar door. You can see through the crack of the door opening. Looks like there's some kind of a wooden bar across the middle of it to kind of keep it locked from the inside. The rest of the door, it's mostly wooden, but there are like steel bound around the perimeters of it, and 2 steel beams going across the front of it as well. You believe that those steel bars go all the way through the door, and that's what that wooden board you're seeing on the inside may be latched to somehow. Did you guys catch all that?
Well, do we want to look around, or
Yeah.
do you want to just go through there?
I'm gonna say, does Porto tell us what he sees?
Yeah.
Is the gap big enough to fit a saber, like my sword through it?
Your sword,
Still in the sheath?
and you could probably force it in there, but it's not going to be like, a big enough gap that you can easily, put a sword through there. It's not that big of a gap.
Stand back, everyone.
I stand the way the fuck back.
Wait, before then, can I at least try to force open the door?
Yeah, that's why. I'm moving back.
Like, can I try just before Proto does whatever he does, can I just try yanking on the door to pull it out?
Gotta ask Porto.
Fine, go ahead.
Proto, do you mind if I try this first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, one way or another, this door is going down.
Okay.
All right, Edward, what are you
So-
trying to do? Edward, explain to me how you're trying to, or what you're trying to do with the door.
Oh, I'm trying to force open the door, basically. Does the door open outward?
It does, but like you said, that you got some kind of a bar across the inside of it, kind of keeping it locked. I just need to know how you're trying to. Are you trying to use your strength and just break it open? Are you trying to strike it with a sword?
Basically.
Kicking it? What are you doing?
Basically, I'm basically gonna try using my strength to basically just break open the door, basically.
All right, 1 second. I got to get to this to see what the strength on this thing is.
It'll use athletics, right?
Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, roll me an athletics check. Damn.
25.
All right, so you grab a hold of both of the handles there, and you start kind of pulling on it, and you start getting a little bit of leverage to it between that and your foot, and you give it one good heave, and you hear a big old crack, and the inside bar across there, the wooden bar, seems to have broken in two. And you're able to get one of those doors open, but it did make quite a loud noise as you did that, a lot of ruckus.
Oh, would have been louder for if Porto did whatever he was gonna do.
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh well.
All right, so you see a few people in the alley kind of looking over towards you guys, and kind of you got a crowd kind of going around wondering what the heck you guys are doing. A few shouts shout out that, Thieves, what are you doing?
This is
I'll
good
go-
work, Stan.
Yeah,
in.
stuff explaining to do.
I didn't catch all that. 3 people talking.
We're looking for our friend here, and we believe that he would be somewhere in this vicinity, and yeah.
We're not thieves. We are here for a good reason. We suspect that one of our friends is residing within this place.
You don't just go breaking down doors to see what's going on in there. That's illegal, you know. We'll call the guards on you. And a couple of them kind of scramble back off into the alleys a little bit. Carol, as you step down in there, you see the steps going down there. From this vantage point, the room's completely dark. I mean, there's no light, there's no windows in here. You can see the makings of a table and a few chairs off to your left. But this room is completely dark, completely quiet.
I guess I'm still talking to people. We believe that there's some dangerous thing or another, or
I cast the light.
another in this vicinity.
I'm sorry, you guys say it again.
I'm talking to people saying, like, we believe that we're looking for a missing person, and we believe that someone is in here, but someone might be locked inside.
Yeah, as you start talking to these folks in the street, several of them just start kind of backing away, and they don't have anything to do with this. But you can see several looky-loos kind of looking out their windows from the apartment across the street as well. But no one's interacting with you at this point. Everyone's kind of retreating back into their houses. Okay, Portal, what were you casting light on?
I just take out a torch, but I don't actually light it. I just cast light on it, and it is glowing purple.
I just say that this is guild work, and just stand back, everybody.
I'm
Do you need some light?
I'm gonna use my divine my divine channel divinity to with my sword sheath. I'm pulling it out, and I'm gonna cast channel divinity to cast basically this torchlight.
Okay, so now you've got torchlight as well, Kiriel?
It's Edward.
That was Edward.
Oh, sorry. Edward does. Okay.
I mean, I suppose I can do that, can't I?
No, the channel. It's for my oath. It's part of my oath. Sacred weapon.
I took. Wait, which one did I take?
Well, regardless of which one
Yeah, I
you
took
guys
devotion.
lit the torch or lit the light up, whatever, that lights up the entire room at this point. And at this point, you can see over in the far corner of the room, there are 3 individuals. Looks like they're laying down in bedrolls, but they're not moving.
Considering that this is purple light, kind of like black light, are there any stains?
Bloodstains, you mean? Then?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, I'm thinking like CSI.
Portal,
Yeah.
you can't see
My
anything
guy-
from where you're standing.
Yeah.
Why?
You're out in the
You're
street.
still out. Look at your character.
I'm gonna be rushing over the people
I'm
and touch
obviously
them.
walking in, falling in. Okay, I'm in the room.
I was gonna touch them and see if they're alive, and use, I guess, 3 points of land hands for 1 point for each of them.
Okay, 1 second. One person at a time. So, okay, so Portal asked about his dark light, basically, if he sees any kind of, what'd you say? What you're looking for?
Stains.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything that just glows.
Fluids, stains.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stains all over this room, and there's a smell of piss and shit and liquor and ale and probably a few splatters of blood here and there. But as you get closer to the bodies, that become more visible, more noticeable. So Edward and Kira, what are you guys doing right now?
Oh, I was gonna see if they checked if they're alive, and even if they aren't, I'm gonna use land hands 1 point each.
Okay, so give me.
Dear God,
Well,
what is going on in this room?
hold on, Portal. Edward, or whoever's doing the check, see if they're alive. Give me a investigation check or medicine.
13.
Yeah, you can tell that all three of these bodies are not breathing. They're obviously dead, but you can't tell from what.
Darn. Too late.
I'm just gonna focus on the body up against the wall here, and I'm gonna investigate it.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's not the right one. This one. The
You just notice there's blood all around all the bodies, but again, you can't really tell how they died at this point. Kira and Edward, give me a perception check.
I did not have good rolls.
8. I'm surprised they don't use their passives for this.
All right, Edward, even though you only rolled an
What?
8, that is still good enough. You see that there's some strange-looking paintings on the wall above each one of these bodies over here.
Parasites.
And you see a couple of strange-looking paintings on the wall.
Paintings?
Correct, paintings, not parasites, paintings.
Oh.
I guess I'm going to look at the paintings.
That was Edward.
Yes.
All right, so as you get closer to the picture, you see it's two paintings of like silhouettes of people, and you see one of the eyes kind of turn and look at you, and the mouth on the painting actually starts to speak at this point. It says, "Whom do you seek, and why?"
Look.
We seek Jodelle.
Yeah. Jodelle?
Your search has been
Jodelle.
in vain, but I know where she is.
What of Indon? I'll come up and ask.
What of Endon?
Tell me your names.
Edward
Porto.
Solea.
Corin.
At that, the picture starts to kind of cackle a little bit. It says, "You are fools if you think you will ever leave here alive." At that, I guess Teague would actually notice it. Teague, you notice that the cellar doors slam shut, and you see the silhouette of like some kind of a ghostly hand close off both of them, and you see a steel bar put across the top of the cellar door. And I need the rest of you to make a dex save. Everyone that's in the room. DC 14 dex save.
So close!
The benefits of staying outside to guard the exit.
Darn it. I guess everyone would... I mean, you would add 3 to your dex saves, wouldn't you? Paladin Aura.
At that, the entire room explodes in a giant fireball. Those of you that did not make the save, you'll take 40 fire damage. Those that did make the save take 20.
And the save was 14,
Correct.
and so I'm the highest at 13.
Looks that way. Nope, no, someone's
Which
someone rolled a
means-
15.
Yeah, I have
No,
15.
yeah, but the thing is, you have the Aura of Protection.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. We both have Aura of Protection. All our saves within 10 feet gain my Charisma modifier, which is 3.
Which of you have the higher charisma modifier?
This Aura,
The same.
well,
The
this is up
same.
to you, but it's supposed to stack. Just as a heads up.
It's supposed to stack? I thought we looked it up last time. We didn't find
It's-
anything that actually said that.
Was it you that said that? Okay, maybe.
I will use my inspiration nonetheless to re-roll my save. Oh, okay.
I have evasion. Would that apply to this particular thing? It says when a area effect that makes me do a dex save would make me take only half damage, I'd take no damage if I succeed, or otherwise half if I do fail.
Does it say anything about whether you got to see it coming or not?
No, it just says your instinctive agility allows you to dodge out of the way of certain area effects. You can read it in my
No,
character
it's
sheet
fine.
if
Then
you
I'll
want.
allow
It's
as
totally
long
your
as
call,
it wasn't
though.
like the one where you have to see it coming, like a reaction thing. So I'll allow that
No.
since it didn't say that.
So Corn takes no damage. I take half damage. Porto takes half damage. And Edward is lit on fire.
I'm down.
All right, so this whole room is ablaze at this point. Again, you guys heard that the cellar door is shut behind you almost simultaneously as this plank in the floor erupted up and this fireball exploded right in the middle of the room here.
Well, alright, should we roll initiative to kind of
Yep.
decide how
Roll
we do
initiative here,
things?
please.
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not have the luck tonight. But still, Edward's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirill, did you roll yours?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh, it's got you guys in there twice again.
I'm trying to roll initiative, but this thing is...
Who? You had 6, and now you have 8.
No, I rolled 19 earlier.
I see it, 19. Weird. Hey, you're not coming up on the thing.
Click on your token. You have to click on your token.
There, I added him into the
Yeah,
I added him
okay,
in the
that-
turn.
that-
Try it now, Portal, or just type it in, whatever you rolled there.
He's there.
Alright,
Yeah, there
everybody's
we
in
go.
now?
Mm-hmm.
How do I put my... Is it the green one's my health? Is that it? I can change
Correct.
it down, or do
Yeah,
I
green's
change
your
on my character sheet?
Alright, everybody's done their damage or non-damage, because Corn's super awesome. Right, standing right in the freaking middle of the fireball. I just see another vision, some kind
Yeah,
of
I'm,
scene
like,
from
right in the middle of
Matrix
these
where he's like
flames.
jumping up and going off the top of the wall and then bouncing off the side of the walls and just like tumbling all over the room,
Hey, I'm a monk.
lighting a cigarette along the way. Alright, so the room's on fire. Your door's been locked. And Teagid. Poor Teagid. Poor Teagid.
Save us,
The
Tegan.
benefit of
The
staying
safety
outside.
kid. The only dude... Oh, Jesus Christ.
From behind you,
Holy
Teagid,
crap.
4 heavy crossbows erupt from windows and buildings behind you. So tell me if any of those hit. I'm gonna roll the last one was a shot at Storm.
Okay, well, the first 3 would hit Tegan.
Jesus.
Alright, so go ahead and take your damage there.
Holy
I'm working
shit.
on it.
All right, so now it's you guys. Now it's you guys' turn. All right, Tegan, what would you like to do?
Yeah, try to figure out where I'm getting shot from.
All right, I'm gonna open this up a little bit, but I kind of got to do theater of mind just a little bit. Those guys are actually sitting. They were sitting as they shot. You saw them up in the second-story windows in the building across the street.
Okay.
Since they've shot, again, you'll see them kind of trying to crouch down below the windowsill.
Okay, so can I see them though?
Correct.
Or
You
at
see
least
them.
a couple of them.
Yep.
Oh, then I'll shoot at one of them.
That sucks that I'm 3 levels behind.
First one in line, one closest to me.
All right. So is this one kind of? You see him kind of duck down at the last second after these crossbow bolts hit you in your back. You swing back around. You see him come down. You fire off a shot as quick as a Quarren, quick as a monk. And you see it sink into his shoulder as he kind of slumps back across the wall, but you can't tell if he's alive or dead at this point.
I hunter mark him.
Can you do that if you can't see him anymore?
You have to.
I gotta be able to see him. No,
Because
so I
as
can't
you
do
shot
that.
him, he fell back.
Well, then I'll hunter mark the next one in line.
Okay, I'm gonna rule that you can get a shot off on one of them. The other 3 kind of duck down below the windowsill.
Okay. Well, then that's.
You gonna move, or you gonna stay right there?
Wait, doesn't he get 2 shots as a...
Yeah, but I only took one. I'm gonna move back down the alley and try to get some kind of cover around the corner of the building.
Okay, we'll do theater of mind with it a little bit. There'll be a couple like barrels over here that you can maybe be able to crouch behind.
Then I'll move in behind them.
Okay, very good. Quarren, you're trapped inside a blazing fireball. You see the rest of your friends kind of smoldering and scorched skin. You see Edward over there in a pile of black, burnt robes, and well, I guess his robe's magical. His robe won't be burning, but he's hurting pretty bad.
Well, you see what my movement is. Would it be an action to grab him, or would that be a bonus action?
Well,
Yeah,
so what are you gonna do? Are
grapple.
you gonna like grab him, like roll him over? Are you gonna grab him, pick him up? What do you mean by grabbing?
I'm just grabbing him and like dragging him the hell out of the fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be a full action to be able to grab him and drag him up to those stairs. The entire room's
I'll
on fire
still
right
do
now, by the
that.
way, too. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, but my strength is pretty poor, so I think I should leave it to the paladin to break us out. Or maybe Porto with the spell, so I'll just grab Edward and get him the hell over here as my action. But I'll leave room for Kiriel.
Okay, I'm gonna make you roll me another deck save just to see if you can avoid the flames as you're dragging a body across the floor. DC 14.
One quick question, just because this is maybe different than Pathfinder. That fireball was a fireball trap, or was fireball like the spell action? Because I don't know if it's different in this than it was in Pathfinder, but the fireball spell stuff couldn't affect like catch stuff on fire other than like people.
No, fireball will catch anything that's flammable on fire. I guess technically
Okay, so it's
D&D
different.
they say anything it's like not carried or worn is not flammable, but I'll kind of flavor that depending on what it is.
Okay, because I'm used to it like you couldn't even light trees on fire. That's Pathfinder.
Oh, you can set trees on fire. Because right now you have the lower cellar of this apartment building on fire.
Yeah, our ship caught on fire one time.
Shit's on fire, yo.
All right, Portal. So that's your full action, and you drag Edward over here.
Yeah.
What?
That was Quarren.
Oh, sorry, Corn. Yeah, Corn, you dragged Edward over there?
I'll put him right here if I can.
Okay, and unfortunately, Edward fails all dexterity saves, so that counts as a one failed save as you drag him across the flames over here.
I have a potion on me.
All right, Portal, you're up.
Alright. Are there any places that are not on fire in this room?
It was a 20-foot radius. I don't know if you guys can see this circle right here,
Yep.
but pretty much everywhere except for the corners, like where Corn dragged him, is on fire.
And I will cast, I'll use a charge from my Wand of Wonders and go for broke.
Okay, first give me a dex save, see if you can avoid being burned by the flames.
Got it.
DC 14. Okay, it's only a D4, so 1 point of fire damage as you kind of jump through the flames there. And you're casting Wand of Wonders, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have a macro for that, or need to use the table? I think I might create a table for it.
Yeah, I'm going to just roll percentile and just see what we get.
Where are you? What are you targeting? Where are you targeting? Pick a target point.
The middle of the room.
The middle of the room. Okay.
Yes. So would that be a 90?
That's how I'd roll that. Yep. You looking it up, or do I need to?
Yeah, I'll look it up. I thought I had it open. Alright, hold on a second.
A stream
Oh, I
of...
added my HP
I
wrong.
got it. A stream of 1d4 times 10 gems, each worth 1 gold pieces, shoots from the wand tip in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage, and the total damage of the gem is divided equally among all the creatures in the line. Alright, so lucky for you, no one's in that line. You barely missed whapping Curio with a bunch of gems. So let me roll how many gems you actually shot out of this thing. What did I say? 1d4 times 10? Is that what I said? Yeah.
Yep.
No, you got 40,
Yeah, I think I
40
added my
random
HP
gems
wrong.
now sitting in the middle of this big flaming room.
Nice.
Well, they're all like melting, right? Or how hot is this
Gems.
fire?
At this point, the fireballs desist. It's just the rest of the room is just on fire at this point.
Yeah, my maximum HP is 44, so I wouldn't have gone down.
Alright, Portal,
But you can go with
anything
that
else,
now.
Portal?
Well, that was my action.
Okay, just,
Unless if it's a bonus action.
yeah, if you got something you can do with the bonus action.
I don't think I have a bonus action. Nope, no bonus action.
Alright,
That's my turn.
little bad guys are up. Okay, so at that, Quarren, you see 4 little heads pop back up. And 4 little heads also shoot again.
You you mean, not torn.
Yeah, I just want to hit Quarren so bad, I just keep saying Quarren.
Yeah. Hit
Apparently,
corn,
leave me
hit corn,
alone.
go for it.
I'm trying to survive here. Get my friends out
The
of
4th
here.
one goes to Storm. The first 3 are at you, Tegan.
To storm. Oh, the
What type of cover is he behind?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
No, what type of cover is he behind?
Oh yeah, he's behind barrels, so I'll give you like a add +2 to your AC.
okay.
All right, did you take your damage or whatever you did there?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, actually. I got hit by 1 and so did Tegan. Damage is in.
All right, so before you attack,
That's okay. I got a surprise for them.
I'll let you can take both of your attacks, but once you do both of your attacks, that's when they both will, well, they'll presumably, I don't know, maybe I'm letting out spoilers here, they'll hide back, duck back under the ledge to take cover. But you get your attacks first.
It's not my turn yet.
Yeah, no, just say when it's your turn. All right, Kirill, give me another death save. I'm sorry, no, that was Edward. Kirill, what do you want to do? You're on fire.
I am smoldering. I want to. I got my shield, right? I want to charge the door.
Okay, they put a metal rod across that, so it's going to be a. Are you trying to damage the door, or are you just trying to break through it with your brute strength?
Well, the door itself was only wood, isn't it?
Right, but you heard a clank of something metal along the outside of it as the cellar door was shut.
So, I think when you said earlier, though, the deception on the door was the door itself was just crappily made wood with like some gaps and breaks in it and whatnot.
Yeah, the door was wood. It had steel bound around the edges of it, and these you kind of see them on the thing. These little cross beams are made of some kind of steel or iron.
Oh, okay, the cross beams, right. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and actually charge is a full action, isn't it?
Charge.
Yeah, if I want
Like
to
a
charge
dash?
the door to ram into it.
A dash is, it
Yeah.
allows you to go 60 feet. You can go 30 feet in your normal movement.
Okay.
You can go 30 feet and still take an action.
So, out of curiosity, just because, like I said, I haven't done too much of this one, using lay on hands would be an action, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's either action
Or
Yes.
using a
or bonus action. I can't remember. It's one of them.
It can be. That's what I'm wondering.
It's an action.
It's an action.
Okay. He's Edward's out of the fire, right?
Yeah, Edward, I saw you.
That little spot square. He's not in fire.
Just real quick, Edward, did you die or not? I see you got 1 hit point.
I added up my HP wrong.
He should have 4 hit points.
I forgot to add the level for. I had level 4 HP.
You're only level 4?
No, you should be a higher level. Anyway, just you're alive. Okay, so we're just gonna play like Edward Warren still dragged you over here. He thought you were dead. He dragged you over here, and we'll pick up on your turn when it gets to you. Okay, Curiel, what are you doing?
Okay.
Alright, just because I'm trying to figure this out, what's the difference between if I charge the door, if I go try and open the door, like normally using my strength? Like, do I get a bonus for like ramming the door?
It's just gonna be a straight up strength check if you're trying to like just basically use your strength to break the door open.
And like dashing doesn't add anything to that?
No, I think there's something like that in Pathfinder, but in D&D, no, there's not nothing like that. It's gonna be straight up strength.
Exactly, that's why I gotta ask. So if I just walk over to there, or walk, yeah, through the fire and the flames, if I just wandered over there and tried to open the door, it's just a strength roll at the same time, isn't it?
Correct.
Yep. Go for it.
Does that change my save to get over there?
No,
Whether I
no,
do
you-
it fast or slow?
No, you still got to do a deck save to kind of avoid the flames.
Okay. Okay, just curious. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move over there.
Your deck save, DC 14.
Yep.
Wait. What did he roll?
I roll a 6, I get +3.
Plus 3. So that's 9. And he needs to get 14.
Right. So you take
Okay.
3 points of fire damage as you kind of jump through the flames there. And now you need to give me a strength check to see if you can break open this door.
Yeah. I'm under the assumption I can't just knock out that steel bar the way Yeah, no.
Well, you tell me. You tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll tell you what you roll.
Do it.
I mean,
Do it. I believe in you.
do assist.
I have faith
I can,
in you.
I can do assist. I can assist.
You can assist in how to what? I'm going to the strength.
Try it. Never know what might happen.
Bam.
Okay, so you slam into this
And I'm
this cellar door, and you feel your shoulder kind of crunch up against the wood, but that steel rod or whatever is on the other side there seems to be holding you in.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I feel like I might help out here. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery
It's
points.
not your turn anymore,
I'm gonna-
Portal. You would have to do that
It's
on
a
your turn.
reaction. It's a reaction. I'm going to use Bend Luck, and I'm going to add it to his 21. Unless if there's anything... I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to roll a die 4, and add to his strength roll. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. Yeah, so add 3 to that. It'll be 24.
Still the same result. He gives a good shove. You hear a good shove. You can hear some of the boards cracking, but that steel rod on the other side seems to be holding it in.
Alright.
All right.
And that's, I can do a free action still, or am I done?
You can do a bonus action if you have one. A free action is just like
Bonus action,
yelling
sorry.
something or dropping something. Yeah, you can do a free action at any time.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna yell to Teagid. I'm just gonna yell. So I'm to outside, because I know Teagid's outside.
Yep.
The room's on fire. Get us out of here.
All right, so that's your action. Okay,
Yep.
Edward.
I'm going to cast Bless on me, the other paladin, Carol, and Porto.
All right, Bless just adds a dice to their
D4 to any.
saves or ability checks.
Yeah. No, it's saves and attack rolls.
Ah, okay.
And also I was gonna drink a potion.
That's
it.
an action to drink a potion.
Drink a potion is bonus action.
Alright.
It's when you feed someone else a potion. It's an action.
I'll allow it this time. I'm going to look it up because that's not how I've been playing it.
Because the force feed someone else a potion, it's an action. The for feed yourself a potion, it's a bonus action.
Okay. If you can find the reference that says that, we'll use
Okay.
Just right now, I'm fine. You go ahead and use it this time. I'm saying for next time, though, if you could help me find that where it says that. All right, so go ahead and drink your potion. I'm assuming you're not going to move. Is that correct? All right, I'll assume you're not moving. All right, Teagid,
Oh yeah, I'm not moving. Sorry, I had to let out my dog.
go ahead and roll your healing potion, Edward.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
Correct. All right, Teagid, you there?
Yeah, okay. How far across the alley and up into that window is it?
I'll say that's pretty accurate as far as how far away they are across the alley. So that's like, what, 20 feet? And they're 10 feet up. So we'll just call it 30 feet and call it good.
30 feet, okay. That'll work. I'm going to wild shape into a giant spider.
You've been waiting like 16 weeks to do that.
No crap. And go down and up into the window.
Go down and up into one of the windows. Again, these are 4 different windows. Okay.
That's fine. Closest one to me.
All right, so you have 30 feet of movement, or how fast does that thing go up walls? I'm assuming
30.
Okay.
30 and 30. I actually pulled it up to check. That's why I was asking.
Damn, I should have said 40. All right,
In the
Somebody
one
about
in-
to get shanked.
What do I see when I get in the window? I mean, is he the guy right there crouching behind the window, or
Yeah,
what?
you see the white, bright eyes of this small little halfling dude holding his crossbow. He's somewhat flabbergasted seeing this giant spider appear just before he saw a man and his dog.
I bite him. Oh, damn.
Man, I was going to give you advantage too because you had him freaking surprised.
Don't think I needed it. Let's see. Damage
You
on
can
that
crit.
is
You can crit, man.
1d8 plus 3.
You can always crit.
Yeah, you can roll a second time, see if you crit.
It's close.
Same roll.
Yeah.
Spider's a badass.
Alright, so this guy I'm assuming has piercing damage, and I'm assuming he probably got some kind of poison as well, right? You looking that up?
Damage is 6 on an attack. On it is DC 11 con check.
I'm sorry, you were right.
Oh, well, he saved that, so he only took half damage.
Yeah, he crapped his pants, but he made the con save.
Yeah, well, he takes 2d9, or, yeah, 2d8 poison damage, so half of that, hold on.
Oh, on a save he takes half?
Yeah, half the poison damage, so half of that 13 he would take as poison damage. The first 6 was from the bite.
Alright, so you sink your fangs into this poor little halfling here that just crapped his pants, and you feel the poison come out of your fangs, and you see the kind of the look in his eyes like he knows what's about to happen to him, and then his eyes just go dark, and he kind of slumps to the ground dead. A little bit of green ooze coming out the outside of his mouth.
My next question for you doesn't matter because I have no move. I just want to know, can I see the other archers from here? Or they're in separate rooms?
Yeah, they're in separate rooms.
Okay.
Walls in between each one of these. You're assuming?
I'm assuming, but that's not going to be a problem.
Alright, so that's all your movement, that's all your action, right?
That's all I can do as a spider.
How long does wild shape last?
I'm an hour.
Oh, jeez. Alright, Corin. Room's on fire. I'll rule that in that spot you don't have to make a dex save. You're able to kind of stay in the outskirts of where everything's on fire.
Is there any way I can reach the door from here? Or, like, occupy his spot to just try and punch in and back up again or something?
Yeah, you can exchange places with someone. It just becomes like difficult terrain to do that. So
I'll
he's
move
got
here
to
real
agree to
quick.
it, obviously, and he'll take that movement out of his movement for his next turn as well.
Already done.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try and bash this door open or destroy it enough to be able to move the bar that's blocking us in.
Okay. No need to roll for hit. Just roll me a damage.
Vincome?
Oh, were you using your command word?
No, I was not.
Okay.
That's just written there in case I need to know it.
Right. All right. So you blast this thing with your fist, and you make a good sized hole with your fist through there, but it's obviously nothing big enough that you guys can get through.
Alright, well I'm gonna do the rest of my attacks on it.
I would stand back from that door if I were you.
All right, so you rain 2 more blows into the thing, and your second fist goes through the other side of it. You come back around with an uppercut right in the center of it, and the rest of the wood just kind of shatters. Only gets left of these 3 bars. They're still sitting there locked in place for the door, but you guys can easily enough get through them. It's difficult terrain, but you can squeeze through the bars at this point.
Alright, I'll use the rest of my
sweet.
movement to squeeze through here, because I have 50 movement. So I'll get to here.
Fucking monks.
Monks are awesome.
All right, Porto. You're stuck in the corner there. Room's on fire. You saw Quarren just kind of beat the shit out of a door and then crawl through the opening.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna play any of this dodge the fire bullshit. I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet.
All right, go ahead and teleport yourself to wherever you're going. Oh, you did. Sorry, that's what Quarren was a while ago.
And then I will go through. So when I go through difficult terrain,
It would have been difficult terrain to go through where Curiel is, and difficult terrain going through the door.
So that takes off, what, 10 movement from him?
That would have been 10 feet to go through Curiel, 15 to the next spot, 25 to here, 30 to where he is. So yeah, he's right there.
okay.
All right, at that. Okay, this. Oh crap! What are these guys gonna do? Let me roll something random here.
Whoa, I used a bonus action.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
So it's an action.
So for my action, do I see these people with crossbows or whatever?
I'm gonna roll at this point. They're all kind of hiding behind the. They're down below the windowsill. So no, you have no idea where they are, or where they came from.
They're looking for a spider.
Yeah, you see a giant spider kind of hanging outside one of the windows.
I'm in the room.
What kind of spider?
Yeah, what kind of spider is it, Tegan?
It's a big scary kind. It's a giant spider.
But like what type? Like what from what?
A wolf spider, I guess.
It's poisonous.
It's the same one that we were attacked by in the caves way back when.
Yeah, Porter wasn't there for that.
I
was
guess
he?
before Porto joined the group. Quarren would remember it.
Yeah, it's like a giant.
Yeah, I see that
giant
spider
wolf
and I
spider.
shudder.
If that's what he's mimicking, he has a giant wolf spider.
Yeah.
All right, Portal, what you doing?
He just says that.
Oh, I don't think Tegan has ever shared with you guys that he can even do that. So how would you know that that is Tegan?
Yeah, we don't know he's a druid.
Let's see. Let's see if Porto can deduce he's Tegid. Would that be like insight?
No, I'm going to roll. You have no idea that's Tegan. Tegan has never mentioned about him being a druid, mentioned being wild shape, so there's not even a remote chance that you know that's Tegan. The thing you see is
alright.
Tegan up on the window. Not Tegan. You see the spider up on the window, and Storm is down on the ground. I'm assuming with a crossbow bolt sticking in the left shank or something.
Yeah.
Well, do we notice how like Storm's reacting at least? For any hint?
And Storm's barking, but other than that, he's barking toward the building. That could be because he got stuck by a crossbow bolt that came from there.
I mean, Storm is alone. I mean, wouldn't Storm always follow you around?
Yeah, I get it. He'll notice that Tegan is missing, but he's not going to have a clue that Tegan changed into a spider, because this is something that Tegan has never shared with the group. He's never done this before in front of the group. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to be an asshole DM here and say, you don't know that's Tegan.
Yeah, I agree totally. There's no way they would know.
Alright.
Right, so what's your action, Porto?
Uh,
5 seconds.
Blade Ward. Unself.
All right, Curiel. Oh, sorry, no, the bad guys. Oh, I almost forgot to let the bad guys go, didn't I?
Dang it, almost got away with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll randomly to see what these guys do. If they're gonna run, if they're gonna gang up. Alright, so this guy here is gonna pop his head out the window. And he's gonna be the first one to see this big freaking spider. And take it out. I'm sorry, I'm gonna rule you're kind of half in, half out of this window because it was 30 feet.
That makes
to get
sense.
there.
That makes sense.
And he's gonna kind of freak out for a second, but gain his composure and take a shot at this this spider sitting here.
AC is 14.
Ooh.
So he kind of clips it, maybe a couple of his legs with that whopping 3 points of piercing damage there. And at that now Porter, you see him. Storm, so you see him, and so do you, Teague. After one person takes an attack on him is when he'll get a chance to kind of go back into his cover.
So wait, now I know it's Tegan?
No.
No, you have no clue of
You
that.
just saw this guy popping out
Oh.
and shooting at the spider there.
Oh,
Next guy
okay.
pops his
Yeah, it's a pretty big spider.
next guy pops his head out the window here, and he's taking a shot over at Corn.
No, he's not a spider. He's not a spider.
Damn, look at that.
Don't worry about it. I actually will try and grab that and throw it back at the dude.
Fucking monks.
Yeah, of course you will.
So my monk level is 7 and my dex is 4, so I have an 11 automatically.
Yeah,
for
you
the
will
damage.
automatically catch it.
So I automatically catch it, and then I'll try and throw it back. Which is pretty much
Kung
the
Fu
same
Panda
this
style.
roll.
Yeah, that hits. And that was on this one right here. So is that 9 damage? Is that the same thing for an arrow?
I'm trying to actually look that up right now.
When you do throw monk weapon, it counts as a monk weapon when you throw it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, so it'd be that damage.
Okay, I just thought a dart was less damage than an arrow. That's the only reason I was asking. I can't believe I'm
No,
helping
because
you.
it's monk damage, so it's 1d6.
Ah, okay. Alright, so you catch this arrow mid-flight and fling it back around, and this guy, that's the same, well, you didn't see it, but he's got a surprised look in his eyes as well. He's like, what the hell just happened? He sees the arrow coming back and sinks right into his shoulder, and he kind of falls back, a little bit aghast at what the hell just happened.
I just smile at him.
Alright, any more actions from you? That was it. That's the only reaction you get.
No,
Right?
it's his turn. Yeah, it was a reaction.
Alright. Last guy pops his head out here, sees a portal standing there. I'm going to try to give him a shot.
I'm not a spider either.
And he misses badly.
Really badly.
So that bolt just goes flying past Portal, just hits like a stunk into the side of the building behind you. That's still on fire, by the way. You see a couple people further down the alleyway starting to come out of their houses and stuff and starting to yell, fire, fire, as this flame is now starting to spread into the upper level. All right, Kirill, what you gonna do?
I'm going to do... Oh, wrong button. Hold on. 1d8 plus 3 is cure wounds, but I can do a lay on hands for up to 30 points. Your health should be higher than that, isn't it, Edward?
Oh, I retconned the potion.
So you no potion?
Yeah, I didn't do the potion because it is an action.
Alright.
Sorry about that, DM.
No problem.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just take an action. I'm gonna spend half of my lay on hands, so 15 points, onto the kind of scorched Edward,
Alrighty.
and then I'm gonna go ahead and move up. So I get 30 points. It's gonna take 5 there. It takes 10 to get through here, though, right?
Correct. So that's 15 total up to that point.
So that'd be 20.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. It would be 25 to get there. And could I see the arrows coming at them from right here?
It's all happening at the
That-
same time. Everything's happening at the same time.
Oh, right. Duh. So I'm gonna say I came out. Oh shit, there's arrows. Can I put my shield up right here?
Yeah, as you're saying to ready in action, because that lay on
Yep,
hands was a
ready in
bonus action,
shield.
right?
I'm not entirely
No,
sure.
land is an action.
Okay. Then no,
Can be a bonus action if the DM allows it.
you guys, you're trying to get me to come up with something else. No, if that's an action, then no, you can't ready like
Nope.
your shield to dodge or anything like that. You just have your shield naturally, but you can't
Okay.
use like the dodge action to give yourself advantage.
Okay, but I can have my shield. Okay, that's what I was wondering. But alright, I'll stick to. Yeah, no, I'll still stick here. Why not? But because I already got that the protection bonus anyways. So any within 5 feet of me, I get the disadvantage anyways for anybody's getting attacked within 5 feet of me.
All right, Edward. Your friend Kirill just gave you some life back. Push to talk.
Sorry. I'm gonna follow behind Krill, who just healed me, and because I see two people pointing crossbows at us. I was gonna grab out the 2 javelins I pack from up the air and just do 2 attacks with it.
Okay, which ones? Or which one?
Both of them.
There's 3 out there. Which 2 are you shooting at? Okay. AC 14.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Seven.
So your javelin flies up at this first guy here, and it hits him square right in the skull. You hear a thunk as the javelin kind of sinks into its skull, into his brain. He falls dead backwards inside the building.
23.
Oh yeah, it's AC 14 to hit. So roll your damage on that one too.
Oh, 7.
So that
7
javelin
damage
flies
again.
true as well. Not quite as good a shot. Didn't give him in the head, but you hit him square right in the chest, and you see him kind of reel back inside the room a little bit. But you think he's still standing.
Oh. No, I wasn't aiming at that. I wasn't aiming at that one. I was aiming at the ones that were pointing at us.
Oh, you clicked on this one when I asked you who you're shooting at.
Oh.
You clicked on the top one.
Okay. Okay with that.
All right, Teague. Get your big bad spider self.
Then my bonus action.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's as an action, not a bonus action, isn't it?
Correct. That's an action.
I accidentally pressed that.
I think you already cast it on everybody, right?
Yeah, I already cast it on.
Everybody was in the room.
Oh yeah, don't forget that's for your attack
Yeah.
rolls and shit too.
Yeah. So everyone that was in the room with me, they can add a D4 to their saves and attacks.
All right. So you do anything else?
Yeah, that'll be it.
I mean, don't correct me if I'm wrong. You did cast that already while you're in the room, right? Or is that Curio did that?
Yeah, I know. I accidentally clicked it. I did cast that in the room.
I didn't cast it. It was not me.
I did cast that in the room.
Right. So what are you doing right now as a bonus action, if anything?
I don't have anything I can do for bonus action. They'll take away this. Bless.
Okay. All right, Teague, you're up.
I'm scurrying from one window to the next. Is there enough? Can I make it in there?
Yeah, it's only like 10 or 15 feet to get to the window.
Then I'm biting.
I kind of figured you were. And that hits. You only need 14 on these guys. They're just wearing some plain-looking leather armor. Okay, roll your damage on this poor innocent little soul.
There's the damage. That's the poison damage if he doesn't save at DC 11 con.
Yeah, you crawl around this window at this thing. It's still looking somewhat scared shitless at this point. Reach in with your spider fangs and just kind of sink both of them right into his skull. And he just kind of goes limp as soon as the fangs stick into the back of his neck. He's now dangling from inside of your maw as you're sitting over this window. Is that your full action?
Yeah, that's full action. Unless I have any movement left. If I do, I'll start moving toward the next one.
Yeah, like I said, that was about 15 feet of movement. So go and move yourself wherever you need to.
Trying to get outside the window there. The next one over.
Yeah, you can get to the next one easy enough. You can go move yourself in front of him if you want.
Okay.
All right, so you come around the corner and you see the same frightened look in this guy's as well. He has no idea his friends have all just been kind of slaughtered and bitten and poisoned to death by your ass. Well, the other one wasn't. The other one got a javelin in his head, but he has no idea. But this guy's obviously a little bit scared at this point. All right, Corin. What would you like to do? You just see just giant spider crawling from window to window and kind of chomping on these heads of these folks that were shooting the crossbows at you. Building behind you is catching on fire. You start hearing screams from the level above where the apartment was. It's on fire. You can see a couple people in the windows kind of shouting for help. More people in the street are starting to come out. See a few people with some buckets or pails of water trying to get to the building to put it out.
Do you have control flames?
No. I'm a monk. I'm gonna come over here by Storm and console him and pull the arrow out and do a medicine check on this animal.
Okay, give me a medicine check. Yeah, you're able to safely pull that bolt out of Storm without causing any more damage. I'll let Tegan roleplay his wolf. I won't do that.
Storm, he knows Corin, so he realizes Corin's trying to help, and of course that's a little yelp out when the bolt comes out.
Okay, Corin, you can see there's a couple people further down the alley that are reluctant to kind of come close. You can see them standing with some buckets or pails of water, but they're also been watching this crossbolt and these giant spider hanging from the window there, and they're a little reluctant to run close to the building.
I'll yell to them, quickly help everyone, we'll protect you. Just bring the pails of water.
All right, I'll let you do that as a free action, but still roll me a persuasion check. See if you can talk these people into coming closer. All right, you're able to get about 3 people come over with pails and kind of start flooding, throwing them on the buildings out there.
Alright, well, I'll help him out the best I can, but I'm pretty much already used my action.
Your action is done. All you can do now is just yell at people. Alright, Portal, what you gonna do? See that spider go roll across and kill another person?
Well, how bad is the fire?
It's you're starting to see smoke pour out of the, I guess the first level, not the cellar, but the level above that. And you can see from one window there's a lady out there screaming with a small child in her hand, asking for someone to help, and saying she's trapped.
Well, someone needs to go save them.
What the hell's going on? All my character sheets are freaking gone. Well, that sucks.
What?
All my character sheets. I was going to pop in a commoner, but they're all gone.
Oh, wait, for a second I thought you were going to say
didn't run a
like
search,
our
did
sheets
you?
were gone too. I was like, what? I didn't save my
No,
bio
I can't see you
results.
guys either. All I see is a horse. Are your character sheets
Did
still
you
there?
run a
What?
search on?
Yeah, under characters, I see Eternal Flame
Teague
is at
had
the
it,
top.
Teague had- I still had horse up there in my search.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do that all the time.
All right, false alarm. Sorry, guys.
Jesus.
Don't
Jesus,
panic, it's like
don't
that.
do it to me.
Hey, I was freaking out more than you guys. I was like, shit, that's a lot of work I just lost. All right, let me find where the hell did my commoner go. I'll pick this guy for now. I thought I was going to pick that guy.
Yeah, for a DM, losing all that shit's way worse than a player.
Alright, I'm going to cast... I'm going to use the Wand of Wonders again. Go for broke.
Where are you pointing it at?
I'm kind of like just pointing into this room.
Oh, back inside the cellar? Is that what you're saying? Back inside the cellar? Porto?
Yeah, back in... Yeah, like I'm basically aiming it into the middle of the room. Through the bars.
Okay, you have to move right there on top of that cellar door in order to do that. And you're saying you're going to aim it right in the center of the room, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll it. I got the page open right now.
Go for broke.
Fireball.
I got 79.
You cast Fireball.
You know, you can...
God
Jesus
damn it.
Christ.
Alright, so you cast Fireball in here, and you hear this huge explosion. And you can see the ceiling fall. And this poor lady that was in the window just fell down to her death. And she's on fire along with her kids, and anybody else who's on that first floor have just fallen down inside this the cellar, a big gulf of flame. And for that matter, the folks that are on the second floor above her floor also collapse down into the cellar.
Okay, oops.
You know there's a D100 you can just roll?
No, I did not. No, it was the structure. It collapsed. Don't point any fingers now.
You guys all see there's plenty of witnesses all over the street here just saw what Porto did
I
here.
started cursing at Porto.
I was trying to put out the fire.
Oh my god, you're gonna get put back in
With the wand of randomness, come on, man.
Alright, you gonna move any more, Porto? Or any kind of bonus actions or free action? Say, I'm not a
gonna have to leave
necromancer,
town
I'm a
after this.
pyromancer.
I'm that's my turn.
Trying to get yourself a new nickname, right? No more necromancer, now you're just the pyromancer, right?
Porto the pyromancer.
Okay, now-
Not necromancer.
After I see this, I don't know what to think, and you lowered my opinion of you, Porto.
Alright, bad guys are up. Tiki, do you see this guy in front of you kind of hold up his crossbow in somewhat like a defensive stance? And he's going to disengage, and he's going to run further deeper inside this. Not run, I guess half a dash. He'll move 30 feet away from you with what movement he's got left. Again, we'll have to do some theater of the mind because I'm running out of map here. But he's basically 30 feet away from you.
Would him backing away from me give me an opportunity
Now
attack?
he's disengaged.
Disengaged.
Oh, he
But
disengaged.
Unless you
he's
had to
kinda
stand
with the crossbow
feet.
in somewhat of a defensive stance, trying to avoid getting
Yeah,
hit by those freaking fangs with the poison dripping out of them.
Okay.
All right, Kirill, you're up.
Trying to figure out here, just reading my own little backstory in that. So for the lady that died there, and her kids and everyone else, I can't. Porto's not a noble, is he?
I'm a portal, are you?
No. No, he's a sage.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the line of unhappy accident. There's only that one guy left alive up there, and I didn't see him, did I? Because he stayed inside, or did I see him lean out
You
with
saw
the
him lean out
Tegan
and take a
spider
shot,
thing?
but then the big spider in front of you kind of crawled in front of that window and kind of blocked your view of him.
All right. I'm gonna. Ooh, this is tough. So when like this is in the low corner. Like this isn't the slums. This is the low corner. Trying to figure out how from. Can I knock out Porto?
Can you knock him out?
What? Why?
You would, in order to knock him out, shit. I'm sure there's some rules in this in the Dungeon Master somewhere. If you're just trying to knock him out,
You just have to bring him up to 0. You just have to bring him to 0.
Well, I'm trying to decide because if you like on my character sheet, it's I don't like the whole downtrodden the poor and all that, and he essentially just murdered some people in front of me, and I'm a paladin of like protecting people.
Yeah, being a paladin, this is a difficult situation.
That's my thought. But now he didn't do it on purpose, so I don't want to necessarily like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna attack him and kill him kind of thing.
well, you can.
If you bring him to 0,
Here, let me go. So you can basically, it's attacking him, but when you get to 0, you can choose to make it a non-lethal blow. In that instance, basically, you will be making him unconscious at that point. And your other option is to try to grapple him, to restrain him at that point, because I don't know how many hit points he's got left, but it may take several blows to get him down to 0 hit points.
Okay. Trying to decide. Like this new character, and I haven't played through any scenario like this yet.
if you can't, you can do divine, the divine thing that gives you plus 2d8 per.
Yeah, and smite. Yes, I can do that. But we're still in initiative because there's still one enemy left, right?
Correct.
Yeah, he's
You know
running
what?
for a big spider.
I'm totally just gonna waste my actions. I'm gonna grab Porto. I'm gonna just slug him
Whoa,
and just
whoa,
be like,
whoa.
"You fool! Why would you do such a thing?"
Okay, so when you say you grab him, are you trying to grapple him to restrain him?
No, imagine like if someone was I am next to him. So if someone like grabbed your shoulder and just like punches you.
Okay, so that'd be like a bludgeoning punch, which is basically if
Yeah.
you hit, it's like
Not-
one hit point of damage.
Plus your strength.
Not like a hard one, but like not like a trying to go for a lethal blow or like a freaking Corn's monk slaps or whatever, but
Well,
All right, so
just basically like knocking sense into a person. Like, why would you do such a thing? Like, look at the innocents you've caused to die.
right, and that's fine. So as long as you know the mechanics of this, you still got to roll to attack. The hit is AC, and if you do, like I said, it's 1 bludgeoning damage plus your strength. That's the damage you'll do to him.
Do us.
And if that drops him to 0, you can choose to make that a non-lethal. You can actually declare that before you hit. It's going to be a non-lethal.
It would be non-lethal. I'm not looking to kill him or anything. It's more like like I said, like knock sense into him.
All right, roll to hit.
Is that a strength roll?
No, it's like a
Or
regular
how do I
attack roll.
roll?
Just actually, I guess since you don't have a weapon to do it with, it'd be just
That's what I
use
was
a
wondering.
strength
I was
attack, whether it's a long sword or whatever. You'll disregard the damage on that.
Alright, I got.
yeah, you apply strength modifier to unarmed attacks.
I don't have unarmed, so can I just add that in here somewhere?
Just use your strength. Just do strength check. Plus a d4.
Plus a D4.
You still have bless on you.
Right.
I would just roll a die 20 and then add 2 to that because your strength modifier is 2.
He rolled a 16. I'm going to
Like
really
that?
hit you. I mean,
So-
what's your AC, Porto?
D4 plus 2.
Well, if you want to do the strength check, my AC is 13, but his strength modifier is 2, so I would just roll a die 20 and add the 2.
We just did
Oh.
it.
Hold on,
You already
did-
we're,
you just
we're,
did that.
we're making this way
Yeah.
too difficult, guys. He rolled a 16.
I just want to
Sorry,
punch
no,
the guy and say you're
He
an
rolled a
idiot.
16.
Sorry,
He hits
I'm
you. You
tired.
take 1 point of a bludgeoning damage, and now it's Edward's turn.
and he screamed at you like, "Why the hell would you do such a thing, you idiot, imbecile?"
Edward, move yourself up to wherever you were standing next to him, whether it's from the caddy corner or next to him or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you imbecile.
No, I clearly shot magic out of that wand. It was too late. The fire had already done its damage, and there was an explosion.
So are you persuading us this?
All right, hold on, guys. We're not doing a role-playing conversation. We're still in initiative order.
That's what I'm
So,
on it.
Edward, what are you doing next?
I say, yeah, you imbecile. I'm gonna walk up to him.
That's your action?
And I'm gonna punch him too.
Roll me a strength. Just straight up strength. That's all I'm going to do here. If that beats his ACM, I'll rule it's a hit.
Oh, unfortunately,
Plus the D4.
Oh, plus the D4.
He's got bless on us.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so I'm assuming that hits your AC. So 1 more point of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, I will use my reaction. I'll use my reaction to take off based on the die.
Reaction to do what?
Alright, so you get my AC, you get my... You add a plus, you add a 1 instead of 3. I use bend luck to minus
Okay, so his 15 became a 13.
12 roll.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Porto's AC is 13, so it's 13 to 13.
I still hit.
It's also plus your proficiency if you're attacking, so it'd be another plus at least 3 or 2.
Oh, we're not proficient in
We're
unarmed
not.
attacks.
It's unarmed.
Yeah, they're not
Oh,
pushing
okay.
that. So it's 13 to 13. Defender wins ties in this one. So Porter, you're able to somehow manage to either get a just glancing blow or just miss it where you don't take any damage.
He wasn't surprised this time.
Oh, you have it so defenders win?
Yeah, defenders win tie in this one, especially when it's two PCs fighting each other. All right, is that
Plus,
your movement, Edward?
Yeah.
All right, there are no big bad guys. Okay, Tegan, you see the guy retreating back into the main hallway out of the room.
Follow it.
All right, so you got 30 feet of movement, so you can catch up to him. What are you doing? A persuasion check to see if he'll come to you? Is that what that is?
No, sorry, hit the wrong one. That's supposed to be my one. That's right. That's my
Yeah,
attack.
I know that. I'm just playing with you. If you're trying to sweet talk him into being your friend now. Holy shit, man! What's that last one? That 24 for?
Ignore the 24. It shuffled it.
That's like you suck him with poison, you ate him, and you shoot him out the other end with a 24.
Pretty much. 11 points of bite damage and then another 11 points of poison
Yeah,
damage.
your first bite, it pretty much finishes him off. So you're got this spider up on this upper balcony or a hallway area of this hotel. You can see a bunch of people down below that were having dinner and stuff. They look up on this banister and see this spider just attack this guy running out of a room. And he's just a limp body laying there in this giant spider's mouth. So you got everybody's attention inside this this hall right now. You see a couple people down at the shop floor kind of draw their swords. A couple of them maybe have some crossbows with them as well. They start kind of forming a ring to where they can kind of keep you in their sights.
Okay.
But basically, that guy's dead.
Good.
All right,
Shouldn't have shot
I'm
me.
going to keep the initiative order for right now because I imagine there's going to be some. Everybody wants to do something to Porto round. All right, so Corin, what do you want to do next? Again, the more people start kind of storming up to the building, trying to throw water on it, trying to see if there's any survivors at this point. And Porto, you would have seen walking down the street. You see a couple of guards running this way, and a knight in full plate armor running behind them as well.
Finally!
I come and run up and I scream at Porto, "You fucking idiot! I've had enough of your pyromancy!" And I lay out every attack I have on him for non-lethal.
Holy shit!
All right.
Oh, you have bless.
Yeah, bless you. Add a D4 to each attack.
But you also cast it on
I'm
Portal,
not-
right?
Yeah, but it does. It's only for saves.
Ah, okay.
I mean, it's saves and attacks, but
Sorry, ignore that one in the middle. But I had the +2, +3, and +2 for each of the rolls.
All right. So just do the math. What are those 3 hits?
Well,
That was 26 damage.
The first one doesn't hit though, does it?
That's how many of
Or
them?
the second one,
Has
rather.
AC of 13. Is that right, Portal?
yep.
The second one was a 15 because I rolled a 3 for that on bless.
All right.
All right. So still 24 damage.
26.
I'm assuming that knocks you out. Is that right, Portal?
Yeah.
Oh man, I did not see this going this way. Alrighty. All right. So Corrin, you did your action. He's knocked out at this point, lying at your feet. Is there any other action you have left?
No, I just shake my head.
All right, Porto. Well,
He's
you're
out
out
cold.
cold, so you're not aware of what's going on around you at this point. The little bad guys are dead. Okay, we're out of initiative now. All right, so as you guys are all, well, I guess for Tegan though, I gotta ask him. Tegan, what are you doing? Because you're still a spider.
Retreating back, coming back outside as a spider.
Out the window? Or are you going like down the
Yep.
little dining hall where everyone's kind of waiting for you?
Well, they're having dinner. I'm not going that way. I'm back out the way I came.
All right. So you're crawling completely outside the window and down on the street, or where are you going? Kind of move your
Yep.
player wherever he's going to be. That's where he's going to be, and he's still in spider form, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right. So
Well, I'm on guard at this point.
all right. So how do I want to do this? Okay. So the guards have come running down the alleyway here. They're screaming shouts coming from a burning building to their left. They're screaming shouts of something from inside this inn over on this side as well. And these guards come running up and they see an unconscious man laying on the ground. And they're just kind of flabbergasted. And the knight runs up and says, "What the F is going on here right now?"
Well, I'd talk to the townspeople if I was you. There's been quite an accident.
He kind of hears you yell and he looks over and says, "And what the hell is that?" And this guard, all right, roll initiative. Tegan.
Everybody?
Well, unless you're gonna, if you're gonna, yeah, I guess everybody might as well roll it because they're gonna start attacking this freaking spider in the street.
My rolls suck today.
Porter, you didn't like roll initiative, did you? That's from last time.
That's Porter's from last time.
I think I'm.
Well, you're out anyway.
so
You're out
I don't
cold
think
anyway,
I'm
so
supposed
that's
to.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, so little bad guys. That's these guys. They see this freaking spider over here, and both of them run up here and they don't even ask questions. I was like, okay, big spider, we don't like that. They're gonna start hacking away. So I gotta find their sheet.
Okay.
There you are.
No, these aren't actual bad guys. You just got them named little bad guys, right? Because they're the town guard.
Yeah, you guys can all recognize them as the town guards that come running in here.
Okay.
And they both just flail miserably. They come running in with their spears.
Like any town
They're
guard.
a little bit too shocked to see a freaking giant spider here in the street. And they come up kind of flailing with their spears and just miss horribly badly at this. All right, Tegan, you're up.
Shifting back into human form. Relax. Calm
Does
down.
that take just one action, or is that like a... Took like 10-minute thing.
Yeah, it's an action. It's an action.
Okay. All right, so you start transforming back into, I guess, shit. Now we're out of initiative. That was fun. So at that, you see they got the recognition on their face, and there's like, what? And the knight kind of steps in and says, what sort of foul magic is this? He kind of holds a sword out, not really threatening, but more of like a defensive stance at you, Tegid, wondering what the hell's going on.
Just the magic of the world. Nothing foul about it.
And after that, a few people come running out of this inn over to your left as well, and they say, hey, do you see that freaking spider out here somewhere? A couple of the guards and stuff will be
The
pointing at you.
spider's gone, good folks. The
I was
spider's
pretty
left.
shocked
Calm
at
down.
Tegid.
All right, so there's a lot of commotion. Everyone's come running out. Everyone's still kind of freaking out about seeing a spider and these dead men in the upstairs and the burning building off to the side over here. And the knight quickly kind of dismisses you guys and starts putting the guards to help out the townsfolk to put out what little bit of fire's left. And they'll go back over here and start kind of sorting through where they can to see if there's any survivors over here in the building. They pretty much start ignoring you at this point. Too flabbergasted
I'm
by
gonna
everything going
grab
on.
Porto.
Quarren.
I don't know.
Yes, Tegid. What the heck
What
is going
happened
on?
to Porto?
Well, the fool cast another fire spell that ended up murdering some innocent people and letting this building catch further ablaze.
You're saying that out loud, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm part of the town
I'm
watch. I'm
dragging
not gonna
Curio.
defend
I'm
this guy if
dragging
he's
Porto
murdered
up the
people.
street.
At this point, Tegan whistles for Storm and just starts walking down the street away from
I'm,
Smith.
I'm dragging Porto down away.
Okay, so as you're dragging him away, the guard and the knight both heard what Quarren was telling T at this point, and they look over towards, I guess you didn't really motion towards where Porto was, but they see Curio kind of carrying some body off, and they start running after him. It says,
I mean, I'll tell them right now. I'll be like, this guy murdered people.
oh, jeez. I gotta roll a,
Jesus
I gotta roll a
Christ!
perception check on this knight to see if he recognizes Porto. Where is insight?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that knight recognizes Porto. And Porto, I hope you know, we're not picking on you. This is exactly what would happen in real life, I do believe, if they saw you kind of explode a building over there, okay? All right, so these knights obviously recognize Porto being dragged away at this point. And they says, that's the damn necromancer that got off scot-free. Is this true? This guy is the one that blew up this building?
In his defense, it was already on fire.
He's like, and all the people start coming out
I'll
of the
just
building.
say yes. He waved some kind of wand around that really we don't know what the hell it does, and sure enough, the building caught further ablaze.
He doesn't seem to know how to control his magic.
Does the knight recognize me from the work I've done in the town for the No Mercy Guild?
Let me roll for it. No, he doesn't recognize you. Insight is wisdom, isn't it? Not intelligence. Ah, doesn't matter. Okay, that's what it is. You know, he doesn't recognize you. Alright, so the knights are going to go over here and get around Porto at this point, and the guard. And they're going to... the knight's going to pull out a...
So I'm texting this in here.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just typing it in because it kind of works better.
You're referring to Porto when you say that?
Yes.
It's like someone attempted to murder you? Well, how did you manage to escape this burning building over here, and while everyone else in the building has pretty much perished? Yeah, go ahead and say it now, Kirill. We got your attention.
Alright, sorry. So we were examining the building. We found some bodies, 3 of them inside. They were already dead. Once we started examining them, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to refresh me a little bit on this one, though. It was the painting was talking.
Yeah, the painting almost had like a magical look about it, where it started talking to you.
Okay, yeah. So it was, and it was blood, wasn't it, or no?
It was what?
Was it made of blood?
No, it was just a odd looking.
No,
painting.
it's just painting. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was made out of the people's blood. I don't know why.
No,
Okay, so we found some bodies inside, and there was some sort of possessed or magical painting that threatened us, and then before we knew anything, the building exploded. Our friend here was attempting to put out the fire, but you can see how well that went.
It was lucky that we survived.
at that, he just kind of looks around at the burning building behind him over there and says, "Well, we'll have to get some witnesses here. There's all kinds of crowd people coming around as well, and they're also pointing at Porto, and a couple people are saying, yeah, he pointed something inside there, and that's when the building went down."
I'm gonna show. So I've got Porto, right? I'm gonna show Porto, who's smoldering and burnt, and myself and to Edward, who are all burnt or smoldering or whatever you want to call it, and be like, "Do you think we did this to ourselves?"
No, I don't think you did it to yourself. I have a mind to think that this guy right here did it.
Why would he burn himself?
He doesn't look burnt to me. He's got a couple good knocks on the head. Looks like one of you guys took a beating to him. Is that what happened here?
Yes.
I was going to point out what Porto did get burnt when he was inside, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
lost
I
half
did.
his health. He lost half
Yeah, he
his
lost
health.
half his health.
Okay. All right. So I'll retract that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Good. Yes, I see that.
So he was merely trying to extinguish the flames, and his spell appears to have backfired.
With that, you hear some screams, some loud shrill from one of the rooms up above where the crossbowmen were. And then you see a woman's face kind of stick her head out the window and says, good night. So we've got some dead people up here. Got crossbow, but this guy's got like huge gaping wound. That spider. It must have been that spider that got him." At that, the knight will kind of turn over to Tegan a little bit. Says, "What do you know about that over there?"
Tegan kind of points to the 3 crossbow bolts sprouting out of his back. They started it.
Yeah, and I'll confirm that. I say, when we broke out of this building, I was the first one out, and I emerged to notice that my good friend, Pet Storm here, had an arrow on his side as well.
The knight.
They seem to be the people that wanted us dead.
At this, the knight just looks confused. There's just so much information he's trying to absorb at this one point. And says, I need to get my thoughts together. We need to do the full investigation here, but as of right now, this man here is under arrest. You see him pull out the manacles, and he kind of places them onto Porto's body. He says, we'll get to the bottom of this. If he's a free man and he was innocent, well, just like last time, I'm sure he'll get off. At that, he'll start kind of directing the guards back over to this house to help out a little bit. And he'll send a couple more will come running down the street. He'll send them back to get more help from the barracks. And he'll have one more start kind of asking questions around the folks all around the alley, getting their feedback on what exactly happened. All right, so the knight's going to basically take Porto. He's going to put him into shackles here. The fact that he's pretty much knocked out. He's just going to kind of set him over here in the middle of the street, away from you guys, and kind of keep a watch over him as he directs the guards as to looking through the debris and talking to the other folks within the alley. All right, so what are you guys doing at this point?
I'm gonna go and question Tegan about his newfound ability, apparently. Say to him, "Hey, I noticed you appear to have similar powers to Jodell. Did you learn that quite recently?"
I'm more concerned about the bolts in my back right now than the fact that I can change shapes.
I'm going to walk up and do 25 points of healing on him.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
So you gave us quite a fight with that
it's-
spider shape.
Lay on hands.
Yeah, lay on hands.
Just
And no, I've had this ability for quite some time, Corn. It's just not been needed.
Well, that was quite scary. Next time, give us a warning before you change shape into something. We're not
You
expecting.
weren't on the street, Corin. You were in the burning building.
This is true. This is true.
Portal, you'll wake up in about an hour.
Yeah, how many, oh, is that full health for you?
All but two. Close enough.
I guess the bolts would be pushed out of your back.
Okay, the building behind you guys is starting to kind of somewhat, the fire's supposed to die down, but the building is pretty much in shambles. It's all burnt wood and ash. You guys may notice a couple guards pulling out some charred bodies from outside the building. More people in the street start kind of pointing at your group down there, and you start hearing the words of the Harboringers of Despair again.
I'm gonna mutter underneath my breath. I'm starting to believe in myself.
Towns complicate things.
All right, so these the knights and the guards are pretty much they'll come around, kind of ask and take each one of your statements as to what happened. Just all you know is if you guys are going to try to lie a little bit, try to embellish a little bit, if you're going to be straightforward with them about what happened.
Straightforward.
Yeah, Tig is not embellishing. He's gonna say, "Was standing in the alley, watching my friends check out the door, and all of a sudden, people started shooting me in the back. Then the building exploded."
At that, a couple of the
Yeah, Corn will tell them everything they saw.
and Kirill, you said you were going to be truthful with them too.
Yeah, the way I was explaining it was that we'd been in the building, we'd been threatened, I guess, by the painting, so the magical painting, and the next thing we knew, everything was on fire. I wasn't sure about the crossbow bolt, so I'll say that I could see someone shooting, but I couldn't identify what that was because I had been inside and then came out and didn't really get a bead on anybody there. But that someone had been attacking us, and it had been like a deliberate trap, and that Porto had been trying to help. Or it seemed. Just very, very stupid.
I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to retrieve my javelins.
Well, I mean, if you're waiting on someone to get them for you, then no. How would you like to retrieve them?
You did say the building's only... Oh, sorry. You said the building's only smoldering now, right? Is it safe to walk in?
It's a big smoldering pile of broken timbers and furniture and who knows what else in there. Safe to walk around in? I guess as long as you're being very careful, you'll probably be okay. As long as you don't roll like a 1 or a 2 on a deck save, you'll be fine.
Ooh. Can I... Oh, well, I got the bonus to my saves right now anyways. I'm going to go ahead and say, can I carefully sift through for those gems that fired out earlier?
You're going back in there trying to find the gems.
Forgot about those.
All right, so I'm going to rule. Those are like at the very bottom of about 3 levels of a burnt building on there. So it's probably going to take you several hours
I don't need all of them.
to kind of dig through it. And even then, you're going to have to roll to see if you can find them.
I just want like a couple. I'll tell you what for. Tell me if I'm successful and if I find 4.
You're going to keep digging until you find about 4 of them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I just need to find just a couple.
You did say that the cloaks the guys were wearing weren't burnt or getting turned to ash.
Say again?
I'm assuming these gems, they were
You did say when the fireball went off, the cloaks that the people were wearing were turned to ash.
No, that was
the dead bodies.
Edward's cloak, because Edward has a magical cloak. It wasn't catching on fire.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Right.
Oh,
What he was talking about.
All right, so before Curio starts doing his little investigation through all this rubble, because again, that's going to take several hours, depending on how long he wants to try to find these gems. What are the rest of you guys doing for the next hour?
Yeah, the bless only lasts for a minute, I believe.
Because over the course of the next hour, more guards are going to show up. They're going to drag out these dead bodies of the ones that the spider killed, and the one had the javelin stuck in its head. They're going to drag them out in the street, kind of start doing investigation as well. They're going to have more people show up, kind of putting out the last little bits of the flames, the burning embers on this building. And they're also going to have a couple more guards show up and escort Porto back to Town Hall. Unless you guys are doing something else for the next hour.
Well, my question is if there's any gems on the outskirts, anywhere as I can find here. So he fired from this corner here. He fired across the middle of the room. So would have been like here, here. What was the range on that wand when he fired the gems?
120 feet.
120? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but the gems itself will stream up like 30 feet in
I'm
a straight
assuming
line.
it's-
So, okay, before we get to you, Carol, I'm asking the other guys. Are you guys doing anything for the next hour? Are you going to try to stop the portal from being taken away? Or what's your guys' next move? Or are you going to wait for Kirill to kind of dig through all the rubble?
I'm gonna also
Back to
help.
the tavern.
I'm gonna also help. I'll
Whichever
help
one's
Kirill.
closest.
I'm gonna help Kirill.
What'd you say, Tegan?
I'll help.
Tegan and Storm are headed to the closest tavern.
Okay. What about you, Corn?
I'll go with Tegan Storm.
Alright, so
I need a drink after all that shit.
I agree. I need another drink. It better be better than that piss we had in the last one.
Agreed. Let's go to the Highborn Inn.
alright, so you guys are going to the Highborn Inn.
Yeah.
Edward and Kirill are going to be searching through the rubble trying to find some gems. Alright, so here's what I want to do. I want you guys to roll me a investigation or perception, whichever's better for you, for every hour you want to spend looking for gems. I'm not going to tell you what the DC is. Okay, hour 1, you guys don't find any gems. You want to spend another hour looking?
I find nothing.
Yeah.
I was helping him. Don't I give him advantage? I guess.
Oh, okay,
Advantage
that
because
was
I'm
2
helping him?
rolls for 2 hours, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, then no, both those hours you don't find anything.
Now would he roll his own, or would he give me the advantage, or how's that
Oh,
work?
I'm sorry, I thought both of you guys were looking. Kirill, you're saying, Edward, you're saying you're helping Kirill look?
Yeah, I said I was helping
Okay,
Kirill
I
look.
apologize, I didn't hear that. Okay, so you get that advantage. Alright, so both those 17s. The first hour you find 1 gem, and the second hour you find 2 gems.
So we got 3 gems.
So we got 3 gems. Alright, so that's enough. What I want to do is I want to go... Now, would we have known where, just didn't think of this, where Corn and Tegan went? Would you guys have mentioned that?
Probably not, to be honest.
Didn't think so. I'm gonna head for... Porto's been escorted out of here now, right?
Yeah, he would have been escorted after the first hour. Porter, you're now awake, back in the town hall, in one of the jail cells.
I'm going to the town hall to explain to the night captain, or the guard captain there, basically, and I'm gonna use my, what'd you call it, symbol of rank? You know the one I'm talking about?
Now I'll also follow him. Cause
Just to point out that like I'm trustworthy and I've worked for the army here. Just basically I'm gonna point out that I'm gonna show the gems and explain the gems were, I'm assuming, not from around this area. They were magically created, and give them to the guard and be like, see, this is what happened. First he summoned gems, and then he summoned a fireball. He was not able to save the burning building.
Just real quick, out of character, would one of you guys have grabbed the Wand of Wonder? 'Cause I'm assuming Porter would have dropped that when he got knocked out.
nope, I'm not even touching that thing.
I would not have known to grab it. I didn't know he would have dropped it.
I probably would have allowed the knights to confiscate it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to rule, unless you guys would have tried to take it yourselves, that they would have confiscated that as well as evidence.
Yeah, I mean, if he did this, he doesn't deserve to have that wand.
I'm gonna say, actually, when we knocked him out there, I'm gonna say I might have picked it up because I did start dragging him. So I'm assuming I wouldn't have just like left his shit around when I was gonna escort him away.
Okay. So you would have started dragging him away before the knights showed up, so they wouldn't have seen it, but they would have heard the stories about it.
I didn't tell them that it was the wand, though.
But they
Well,
wouldn't know.
I
Yeah,
would
but
like
they wouldn't
to
know I had the
argue-
wand.
I would like to argue that the time I used wand, I took it out, but then after using it, I would put it back in, like tuck it back in. Like I wouldn't just hold it in my hand.
Okay, if you would have put it back on your persons, then the knights and the guards definitely would have confiscated it. Because based on talking to the people that are around in the alleys and stuff that saw everything happen, they would have pointed out the fact that you pointed some kind of a stick inside the building whenever it blew up. All right, so the knights have your stuff. You're basically back down to just your robe at this point again.
I find that funny.
All right, so you guys are going to go back to town hall, try to talk the knights into something. Tegan and Corn, we're going back to Highborn Inn. Was there anything specific you guys were going to go back there for, other than just like drinking a few beers?
Beer. Beer.
No, we just want to get drunk and talk about how silly this whole situation is.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. Once or twice. On the way there.
Okay, so Corn and Tegan, Storm, they probably would not have let Storm inside the Highborn Inn, Tegan. Not sure how you would have taken that.
And then I would have kept on walking.
Okay, just saying if you wanted to do persuasion or intimidation or something, try to talk them into it, we can do that. But right off the bat, they would have said, no dogs allowed inside the Highborn Inn.
I'll try and intimidate him. Like, hey, this dog is a goddamned hero, and it's a member of the Harbingers of the Hope and/or Destruction, depending on how you look at it.
At that, the guard kind of looks over your shoulder over the smoke that's still rising off the Lowborn district where you guys came walking from. Harbingers of Hope, huh?
Yeah, we have a someone who quite doesn't get the message.
He kind of looks down at the dog and looks at you, and you guys are kind of singed around the edges, and he looks back at you in one more second, Corn. He says, at first I thought you were a little bit like burnt, but are you blue? What are you? What kind of elf are you?
You know, don't worry about
At
that.
that, Tegan
I've had a
just starts
mishap.
laughing.
Listen, we just need to obviously drink our sorrows away. I mean, I'm goddamn blue over here, so can you just let us in?
Okay, that was not an intimidation. That was more of a persuasion, because you didn't say anything that was threatening him whatsoever. So you're either going to have to re-roll that again at disadvantage or roll me a persuasion check.
I'll do persuasion.
No, just say let us in. Bam, there's your intimidation.
Didn't he get a natural 20 with intimidation?
Yeah, but his role playing had nothing to
Yeah,
do with intimidation at all. He was just kind of talking what happened, and he didn't say anything threatening. So that's why I said, nah, that's not going to work for intimidation. Oh,
Well,
he rolled a
first I did.
freaking
I
1.
said that you gotta let us
He
in.
rolled a freaking 1 against your 6. All right, so he
Alright,
gets a
well,
good
that's
chuckle out of
funny.
this. He starts talking about what happened, and he sees you're blue, and sees this poor little dog down there. Well, he didn't get on fire, though, right? The dog was outside, so he's fine.
No.
So he just kind of laughs it off.
Oh, he's got a big gaping wound.
He says, tell you what, I'll let the dog in. After that, it's beyond me. If someone else tries kicking him out, that's not my call. But you've been through enough, and you're blue for some reason, so go have a drink.
I just say thanks.
Come on, Corn. First round's on me.
Okay. I'll roll since the guard let you in that the storm will be fine as long as he just stays by your side and doesn't wander around.
Yeah, he just sat beside me.
Oh, this is good. I had not planned for this session to go this way. Okay, so let's
course
switch
not.
back.
That's always the
let's
most
switch
fun.
back to the town map.
Wow, I guess we're not gonna leave this town yet.
Well, we could leave Porto, but the sense of justice that Curiel feels won't allow that.
All right, so the town hall is right here.
Yeah, I mean, that we're gonna leave the town this session.
I was expecting a centaur attack, but
You guys keep farting around
The
this town
day's
much
young
longer, there
yet.
will be some kind of centaur attack. All right, yeah. So portal's back at town hall. Number 12 over here, I think, is town hall. You guys went to the Highborn Inn. Yeah, that's where portal is. His icon is right now. Tegan and Quarren, you're at the Highborn. All right, so let's. It's 15 minutes to 11. Are you guys wanting to break at 11? Or you guys want to go another hour tonight? It's up to you.
I'm fine. I don't care.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, to put this way, does anyone need to
that's when I
leave?
need to get up a bit earlier. Yeah, I have actually a staff meeting tomorrow morning.
All right, so you got to go at 11.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So since you and Tegan are drinking, I might be able to play a little bit of role playing with these guys as well. So let's go back to you, Quarren. Is there anything else you want to do over the next couple hours with your character in real time in the next 15
No,
minutes?
I'm good to go.
So you're good.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
All right. So just for future reference, are you going to pretty much follow Tegan wherever he goes after this ordeal? Would you stay with him, or would you kind of go back to find another hotel? Or are you gonna? What would be your next move after you're done drinking?
I'll probably be hanging out with Tegan. I mean, if he goes off into the woods by himself, I'll find a room for myself, but otherwise...
Okay. So I'm gonna rule right now that probably took about 4 or 5 hours, so it's getting to be about 6 o'clock at night as you guys are here going into the Highborn Inn. It's a pretty hopping spot. More crowds coming in. A few people recognize you. Start some of them kind of chumming up to you about wanting to be around celebrities. Other folks just want to kind of keep their distance from you because they've already heard the stories about how someone in your group blew up a building in Lowbourne District. All right, anybody else needs to leave in like 15 minutes?
Yeah. Porto. Yeah.
Okay.
Sleep.
Porter's going to leave in 15 minutes as well. All right, so I pretty much kind of...
Yeah, probably next is 11 then.
Okay. All right, so let's see how far we can get with this whole ordeal in the town hall. Portal, you're awake. You're in a jail cell. Same as before, you got a couple guards kind of watching your cell there. When you guys approach into the town hall building itself, there's a series of rooms, and I'm assuming you ask where Portal be held. They'll direct you to one of the captain's quarters, not necessarily where Portal's being held, but they'll bring you up to one of the captains there in the town hall, captain of the guard.
I swear I'm not trying to cause trouble.
The guard outside your door says, "That's not for me to decide."
Oh, I thought people were in front of me now. Can I speak to my lawyer? Don't I get a free phone call?
He looks at you. Phone call? What is that?
You know, to send a message.
Who do you want to send a message to?
Obviously, my friend, or I can just speak to your captain. Either way.
You cut out there. I heard, by the way.
No, either
Oh,
way.
either way. Sorry.
I demand. Yes. I have my rights.
So what are you asking? Were you asking to speak to one of your friends? You asking to speak to the captain? You said both of them.
Well, if the captain is available, I'll speak to him. If the captain's not available, I will ask to send a message.
And the guard will tell you the captain's pretty much just unavailable at this point. Says who you want to send a message to, and I'm not making any promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Well, there's this paladin guy who kind of knows his thing. He seems to be pretty all high and mighty. I don't know if you know about the guy I'm talking about.
He's like a guy that's high and mighty. We've got quite a few of those characters in this town.
Any of them paladin of the order?
He kind of scoffs at that. Says, well, aren't most paladins high and mighty?
Alright, well, you must have seen some of my companions, unless if you weren't traveling with your captain a couple of hours ago. I don't even know how many hours I was knocked out for.
You kind of hear him sigh kind of loudly, like he's getting tired of the conversation. We've been stationed here for the past 4 hours. We don't know where your friends are. We're not sure where you came from. All we know is they put you in this cell, and we're here to keep you here.
It's been 4 hours, so would we have arrived by then? I thought he was only out for an
No,
hour.
the guards have been there on duty at the town hall for 4 hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys spent a couple hours
Alright, well,
looking
where are my things?
One second, let me tell these guys.
Sorry.
You guys were looking through the debris for a couple hours, and Portal was taken away
Yep,
during
2
the
hours.
first hour.
Yep.
So I'm gonna let Portal do this little bit of role play for a little bit, and then you guys will show up.
Yeah, that's what I was
All right,
thinking.
go ahead, Portal.
Well, where are my things?
So your things are kept in the locker somewhere where all prisoner things are kept.
I see.
He kind of turns around. So that's enough questions for now. Unless you have something specific you want me to try to contact for you, that's enough questions.
Well, yeah, you can try contacting the Captain Guard for me.
I'll let you know when he's available. And you see him. He doesn't even leave his post at this point.
Well, aren't you supposed to go quickly? I'm sure your friend here is more than capable of looking after me while you're gone to check on the captain.
Our orders are to stand guard. We follow orders. We follow the law. So as soon as someone else comes in here
Alright.
to trade our places, or we get one of the other guards making their patrols, we'll let them know. Could be any time now.
Well, then call over one of your friends. Call over Bob. I'm sure Bob is more than happy to stand here in your place.
See both the guards kind of look at each other and kind of snicker a little bit. Says, "Hey, Bob, come on down here." Well, I guess Bob's not here.
Well, how about Fred?
Both of them just kind of snicker at each other, and they don't say anything else. Says, when someone
Come
comes
on,
around,
no
we'll let them know.
Freds.
We're not to leave our posts.
Well, do you have any playing cards?
He tosses in a single dice into your room.
Just one? How am I supposed to play with this? How are we supposed to play with this?
That's for you to figure out.
Alright, how many sides? Yeah. How many sides is on this die?
It's a 6-sided dice, but it's blank. There's no numbers or anything on it.
Nothing on it? What kind of die is this?
One that I don't want anymore. Alright, so let's switch over to Kirill and Edward making their way over into Town Hall as well. What's you guys' intention once you get to Town Hall?
I have I have one trick up my sleeve.
Let's give Kirill and Edward a chance. You guys still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, so again,
So this is where we come in?
approach the town hall.
Oh,
They
I'll
would have directed you
help
toward the,
Kirill
towards the
anyway,
captain
yeah.
of the guard, but they told you can't see the prisoner yet. You can talk to the guard, captain of the guard first, there at town hall.
That's fine. And we went with the Portal kept the wand on him, not I had it.
No, Portal kept it on him, then it would have been confiscated by the knights,
Yeah.
the guards.
I'm just making sure I don't have it.
Yeah, you don't have it.
Right. So, but they were told the guards were filled in by the wand by Korn and Tegid, and the other people pointing out that he had a stick. He had a stick.
Yeah, they would have told you that they would have got the information from the townsfolk that were kind of standing around the alleys and stuff, that they saw, Corn point something into the room, and they kind of deduced it was this wand/stick thing that he was carrying around.
So I'm gonna step up to the guard captain's desk. I'm gonna say he has a desk, and I'm gonna just put my hand out over it and drop the magical gems on it, and then I'm gonna explain to him that that stick or that wand had been used by Porto to try and save us from the fire, and that the bizarre effects which had been unaccounted for created these gems and had also set off a second fireball in the building unintentionally.
You can't.
And I'm gonna use my I want to use my symbol there of rank to show that, hey, I'm a guy that worked in the army here before, and in the Najast, what'd you call it before? Najast,
Yeah, it's
was it the army or was it
just soldiery, so I guess what it's called.
soldiery? That's what it was. And just be like, hey, like, I work here, like, you can trust me. This is what happened. Just like a, what do you call it? Like a putting in a good word, I guess, or he didn't mean any harm.
All right, so he sits there at his desk at attention. You know, he recognizes your rank and he listens to your story. And he looks down at the gems you set on his table and kind of chuckles a little bit. Says, "What kind of a magic wand produces these costume jewelry? I mean, these gems are worth about one gold piece a piece. I mean, it makes really cheap gems when it went out there." So he shares here's your story and talks about this magic wand that did this. And he says, "It's a magic wand, you say?" And he kind of walks over to one of the lockers over inside of a room off to the side of his office. And he comes walking back out with a small little chest. Sets it on his desk. He opens it up, and you may recognize a few of the things in there of being Porto's items. And he says, "You mean this stick right here?" And he kind of holds it up. "This stick right here made those little cheap wands, and this little stick right here also created a fireball."
Yes.
Would he accidentally set off? I don't know how the wand is working. Would he accidentally set off the wand, waving it around?
I don't know. He hasn't really waved it around. He's just kind of holding it in his hand and asking you the question
Oh, he's just trying to hold
about,
it.
you know, does this thing is what did all this?
I'm gonna say truthfully yes, although I don't know what kind of magic it uses. I suggest you test it yourself, or have it examined by one of your. What would they have? What would you call that kind of person? This is out of character.
Wizards.
A wizard, but isn't there like an item person or a magical, not a scryer, the people who can identify magical items?
Yeah, there are different people that have that identify ability.
Is there like certain type of people? I'm thinking RPG games that have that kind of job though, where they like, I don't know, Artomancer or something.
Well, you
I
would
can't
have
think.
heard from the Porto's previous trial that Winguth, the temple cleric, has that ability. And I guess you being in this town for a while, you know that there are several people that will contract out to do those services.
Yeah.
Whether it's guys out of the No Mercy Guild,
So you know what I'm
there's
talking
guys
about, though.
and the Hall of Scholars, and you can find someone in the town that has that ability to identify it.
Okay. So perfect. So I'm gonna suggest then that he contact No Mercy Guild, and he would also be able to confirm there that we had gone to that location because of a task for the No Mercy Guild. That there was a task to find a person missing acolyte, and that is what had led us there to that trap to begin with.
Says, "I've heard about these tasks in the No Mercy Guild, and I must say I'm a little surprised that you'd be involved with something like that. It's no secret that some of those tasks are not quite on the lawful side of things, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't believe that telling me that your friend was involved with the No Mercy Guild and a task they were working on would be beneficial to his case. Now, as far as to the claim that this wand is magical, we have the means and the resources to verify that is the case with this. So if you allow me the time to investigate that further, I will get this magic wand identified to see if that can help with his case this time. But I must tell you that he's built up quite a reputation since he's been in town here. You and your friends, the Harbingers, are you part of them now?
I'm gonna shrug uncomfortably, and see Dirk's not here, but I'm gonna say one of my friends has fallen in with them, and I'm just assisting where I can.
He kind of shakes his head and kind of agreeingly a little bit. Says, "Yes, I've heard about their group seems to be kind of growing in number since they've come into town here. But I recognize your rank, I recognize your opinion, and we will do the right thing here. We are lawful people here. This is my responsibility. I will investigate this to the best of my ability, and we will let the law decide what happens here. The truth will come out.
Alright, I don't know if Edward wants to do anything else in here, but if not, then I'm gonna be, actually, yeah, Edward, do you want to do anything else here, or?
Our friend is not a bad person. He's just a really, really stupid idiot.
Yes, I heard that. I think that's one of the comments made by the High Council in his last trial.
Yeah. And I guess I'll walk away.
Alright, I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna ask the guard captain if he's gotten any reports of the others that had been there with us from his guards in the town about one of the little man that was with the blue tinge and the man traveling with the wolf, if he knew where they were at this time.
You're asking one of the guards there, or are you asking the captain, or?
The guard captain, if he's gotten any reports of where our companions had gone after we had last seen them, because it's been a couple hours.
This captain has been pretty much here in the town hall with the local patrol just around the town hall, so he hasn't seen or heard of any of those guys. But he said he can send a couple guys on a patrol to keep an eye out for them. He asks if he should be concerned about them.
Okay. Oh no, just we've been split up, and I'd like to meet up with them again. Also, if you wouldn't mind, may we speak to our friend you have locked up there?
Give me a persuasion check, only because you have that insignia of rank. Hey, I rolled good. He says, I don't think that'll be a good decision at this point. You need to let us do our investigation. Let's look into this this magic wand you say that is here, and if what you say is true, then I think that would be favorable in his case.
Alright, then can you please pass along a message that we'll be waiting for him, and that we haven't left, and that I've at least passed along this information?
Yeah, he'll take your message and he agrees and says, yeah, I'll share the information with him.
Okay, and then after that I would just kind of hang around and wait until I was notified where the others were so I could go join up with them.
Okay. Alright, so we've reached the 3-hour mark. Portal, unless you have something that's relatively quick, let's go ahead and call this as probably a good breaking point at this point. You said you had a plan or something else I think you wanted to try. Is it something quick, or is it something that may lead into a...
Yes. Yes.
Alright, let's hear it.
I cast
Oh,
invisibility.
Jesus.
Wow, I mean,
Alright, so you cast invisibility, and, wait, that's, verbal,
I pick up-
somatic, and
I pick up the
materials.
die.
Hold on. They took your component pouch, unless you have, like, what's your arcane focus? Or do you have an arcane focus?
It's a necklace. Yeah, it's a necklace. So unless if they took that too, then I can't cast it.
it's an eyelash. And
An eyelash encased in gum arabic. I don't think he's going to be able to find gum arabic in a cell there. Let me, I'm going to just roll a random d20. Okay? If it's even, they took your necklace. If it's odd, they left it on you. Okay? I'm assuming it's nothing fancy. Is that correct?
Alright. It's just a copper necklace.
And so even, they took it. Odd, it's still on you. Odd, it's still on you. Alright, so you cast invisibility, and you're still inside a stone cell with iron bars. Now what would you like to do?
I pick up the die and I cast the light, and it's glowing blue.
Alright, so the two guards will obviously notice this light kind of shining out from the cell, and they both turn and look, and they'll see the odd look on their face as they watch this little dye that he threw in there now glowing blue. One of them kind of murmur something about, what kind of sorcery is this? The damn necromancer's done something in there. and you hear him call off to more guards to come down to the where the cell is.
You've given me this object, and it will be used for my escape. Ha 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 ha. And I chuck it out the window.
You check out the cell door. Is that what you're saying?
I'm guessing there's barred windows. If there aren't, then forget my entire spiel right now, because that would be pointless.
I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna roll a d20. Even it has one. Odd it doesn't. Even it has one. Your luck is going good so far. Alright, it's got a small little cell door.
Toro seems like Houdini for friggin' jail and trials and shit. He's like Houdini.
Alright, so you toss that little glowing dice out that little window.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
At that, you see the two guards that were stationed there. They yell at the other guards to run out to the outside of the town hall and find out where that thing went. And you hear the shuffling of boots as they run up the stairs outside. And after a couple minutes, you hear the voices come around the other side over there. And I guess you can't really see how. I mean, so I'm assuming you really chucked it out the window, right? It's nowhere close where you can see it. You may be able to see like a little bit of blue light shining. Because again, it's about 6, 7 o'clock at night. I'll say it's getting dark. So you hear their voices out there, and well, you don't know what happened. So you hear voices out there, and then the voices kind of go back and forth, and then they kind of eventually hear him kind of walking back away from the window. The two guards are kind of just still standing there in awe, waiting, wondering what the hell had just happened. Okay, what are you doing next?
Well, I've got about an hour. Because I think this. No, wait. Invisibility lasts, up to an hour.
And you can recast it while you're invisible.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, by the way, I should probably roll for Wild Surge.
Oh, great. You're going to burn this building down too?
Jesus Christ.
Is it 1 or 20 where you have to, when you roll from it?
It's 1.
Okay. Alright, so what's your plan or intention? Are you hoping that these other guards lose interest and kind of walk away or something? Or what's...
Well, at this point, I'm assuming people think I have escaped, so I'm just gonna wait to see until these guards either leave, the door opens, both, or something else happens.
Alright, this is probably going to take another 15-20 minutes of what I'm thinking about wanting to do. So let's stop here, and this will be where we pick up on the next session. You guys okay with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm okay
fine.
with it. I think this is kind of hilarious. Totally not where you saw it going, like you said, and I thought some other stuff was going to happen, but this is, play it true to the character.
No, but this is fun. I like this, man. I had like 3 or 4 other scenarios you guys could have done tonight. This was not one of them. So I got an idea what I want to do next.
Wow. I'm so sorry about predicting that fireball.
It's no biggie.
Isn't that like 1 in 100 chance?
No, it's like I think a 10% chance for that fireball. I think it's got I
Yeah,
don't know where it was now. 70
It's,
to 79.
70 to 79.
All right, so as far as our next
Painful.
session, while I still got you guys here and you haven't fallen asleep yet, I'm thinking maybe next Friday if you guys are available. I got to verify that my son doesn't have a game next Friday, but I may be available to pick this one back up next Friday if you guys are available.
I will
Yeah, I'm
not
available.
be available next Friday.
Yep.
Kyria will not, well, maybe for a little while, but I might have to leave early.